You don't worry about a thing. Every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. Just every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with your eyes down. Three little birds beside my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. I say, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing's gonna be alright. Don't worry, don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. Every little thing's gonna be alright. But I'll be well. Don't worry about a thing. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. Don't worry.
Salute, salute, salute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Like, share, and subscribe. What's going on this afternoon, people? What's going on? Who we have in the building so far? What's up, Lexi? It's good with you. Rob, what's up? Come on up here with us. Hey, Marilyn. How you guys doing this afternoon? Trying to stay cool on this end. Trying to stay cool. What's up, Drea?
Not much. How you doing?
Trying to stay cool. Trying to stay cool.
Yes, it's Scorcher now.
The link is pinned in the chat. If you want to come up and join us, the link is pinned.
Can't get right. Can't get right. Hey now. What's up, Lexi?
Can't get right.
All right now, Lexi in the building. What?
What's going on, everybody? There's so much going on in these streets. We're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let me drop something right here. Let's see what we think about it.
Folks, it's a very dangerous time in our country right now. We have these Venezuelan gangs that have come into the United States that have gone through the border, that either were detected or undetected, but they were let in. They are now taking over blocks in the United States. We broke the story a couple of weeks ago. There's an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado. We had a gentleman come on as the owner. They have taken over 2 of his apartment buildings. They've harassed the residents. When people move in, they get illegals. That when people move out, they move in illegals. They just break into the apartment, move them in, and they collect the rent. They have threatened the owner. The owner has gone to multiple authorities. He went to the cops. They said they could do nothing. They were squatters. They're actually collecting the rent in empty apartments. They threatened the guy and said, if you keep harassing us, we're going to kill you and your family. The FBI, they went to them, they did nothing. DHS, they went to them, they did nothing. They go to every security apparatus. They said, oh, you got to go to a legal case. They're now squatters. I mean, this is what's going on in the United States. These gangs are popping up all over the place. They're being led in the country. They're taking over blocks. They walk around the apartment building with machine guns hanging on their breath. This is a military occupied territory in the United States, but Colorado's a sanctuary state. Denver's a sanctuary city. Oh, the mayor there does nothing. The politicians do nothing. And meantime, residents are harassed and they got to move out. And so this is happening all over the country. This is part of the Harris, Walz, Obama, Biden plan. Let as many people come in the country as they want, take it over, destroy it from within, and then basically they're going to have power in perpetuity. And we're doing nothing about it. When you go to the authorities and you're basically told they've taken over your apartment buildings, they're threatening you to kill you and your family, and they can do nothing about it. Where the hell is this thing going?
It's a whole apartment complex ran by a Venezuelan gang in Aurora. Google it. So what you telling me is that y'all not gonna clear the border, y'all gonna let them come in and take over, because that's what's happening in Aurora right now. Some apartments, Google it. So they getting paid food stamps, and they migrants. So you get free food stamps and free cash to come over here and take over. Like I said before, it's not right, man. Why ain't nobody making no noise about this here? You got veterans. Like I said, you got people with disability, low income. A lot of people need help, but you're giving my tax money and everybody else's tax money to some migrants, and I'm not racist by far, nothing like that. I'm looking at what it is for what it is. I work every day. I don't want my money going, none of that. You know, people need help right here in my community. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing. They coming over here, they raping the women, they robbing, and you paying them to do it. Come on, man. I taxpayer money. This what it's for? Man, I'm mad, man. Man, follow me.
Come off mute. Hello?
Yo.
Dexter.
Did you check your back chat?
Mm-hmm.
You know who that is?
Hello?
What up, my niggers?
Man, what's with the
What?
Harvey arrow? What's with the Harvey
It's a
arrow?
word.
Yeah, it's a word, all right. It's a word, all right. Okay. So what we talking about? What we doing?
I don't know who that was. I'm gonna change
Yeah,
it to Amazon Music. It's just a word. It's a term endearment. But when I asked you who you was, you wouldn't identify yourself. So you could chat from down there in the bottom. That's what you could do.
Yeah, that's a fact. Don't get up on the pedal because you're doing too much already. I don't play that. Oh, I don't even care. We ain't doing that over here. We can say nigga, we can say all that, but that hardy yard and all that other extra stuff, we ain't doing that over here. We're not about that. I'm sorry. Find somebody else to do that with. Not over here. We don't need it. You ain't add nothing. You ain't add nothing. No positivity to anything we trying to do over here with all that nonsense. So you take that somewhere else. No, you know.
That's suspected from. He said, "Shut up, snowflake." Yeah, that's an unsubscriber, honey. You can expect that. But he can type in the chat. Mods, let me get some mods up in here. I need to get some mods up in here so we won't have this problem. Go ahead and take out the chat, Drea.
What's up? You done with it?
Just a moment, just a moment.
Well, we're gonna put that one in timeout. You got about 10 minutes to think about what you just did. How about that? We don't do that over here. You doing too much already. You just a distraction, man. And we ain't with that. So go ahead and sit down there and think about it for a while. You do that stuff again when you come back in 10 minutes, you just gonna get blocked because we don't play that. We don't need that kind of energy, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't identify yourself. You over here just trying to do the most, and we're not with that. So
Just show me that we got your attention.
yeah, let's get back with it.
Watch from the bushes.
He probably one of them migrants. You know what I mean? Got offended talking about, hey, hold up, wait a minute. What you talking about me for? Yeah, because you yeah. You probably a whole migrant. That's all right, migrant. You can sit down for 10 minutes.
Right, that part.
And that's being nice. That's being nice. That's your warning. You only get one. So anyway, let's talk about
that. You came to the wrong channel for that. That's not going to go on over here.
So let me ask you a question. We're not gonna get off topic. We're done talking about that fool. I am anyway. But okay, so they got these migrants coming in. They're giving them food stamps. They're giving them vouchers. They're giving them all kinds of stuff to come and take over apartment complexes. But we have American people living in shacks and tents and tarps, pushing shopping carts. They don't look like they had a bath in months. But yeah, we can bring illegals over here and feed and clothe them and treat them like royalty. What is wrong with that picture? There's something seriously wrong with that picture.
Exactly.
I mean, the government that up to the highest. So you talking about the highest form of government is allowing this to go on. But yet you can't look down far enough to see that we got our own people. But these are the same people you want to vote for you. These are the same people that you want to pay their taxes so you could continue to live your life. The same people now. Because some people that are down there, look, don't stay down forever. And I'm sorry, but I remember who was there for me. And obviously they're not, because they don't give them no help. They don't give them no help, and it's not okay. That's how I feel about it.
It's not okay. I think my opinion is that I think this right here movement, what's happening all around the world, is they bringing in all the different migrants, and we really don't know what the agenda is. We can assume it could be a variety of different things. They could be escaping from poverty and slavery from their location and just want a fresh start. Or they can actually be brought over here to infiltrate us from within. No, it could be either or. We don't know. But we have to have open eyes about the whole situation. Right. And it's coming to a neighborhood near you right now.
Yeah, I see here, we in Texas, you know what I'm saying? I see here that there's a lot of they're building a lot of buildings, a lot of quadruplexes, duplexes, a lot of housing. I mean, putting highways on top of highways, road construction everywhere, putting up apartments everywhere. And I'm like, what are you doing? Who are you making room for? You taking all this land and building all these houses, but who are you making room for?
Exactly. What's the matter? Can't get right? Exactly right. And you don't know. Well, here in Texas, we can't tell. We can't tell whether they're regular citizens or they're the ones that came through the border. We can't tell. We don't know.
No.
We don't know who walking beside us, who in the grocery store does. We have no idea. Because Texas is diverse. Texas have a little bit of everything here.
Yeah. Well, there's let's keep it 100. There's a lot of Mexicans in Texas. Texas is little Mexico. We just keep it 100.
America has always been treating black people like we ain't shit. Once we get our shit together with one another, American ass is interesting.
Oh, you can say that again. Can't get right. That's what we gonna get right. That's what we gonna get right. You know what I mean? You say that again. Yes. Say it loud for the people in the back. That's a whole fact.
As you come in the room, please like and share. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are there laid back having grown folks talk.
Yeah, I can't get right. What's crazy? What's crazy about what you said? It's like for hundreds and hundreds of years, we've always been the bottom feeders. But yet, again, like I said before, they expect us to play in their sports and win their trophies and give them all their acknowledgement, but they still treat us like the bottom feeders. Now, what is that all about? We don't get no acknowledgement for nothing. We can't even have a Black American anthem played at any of the sports because they don't believe it's a Black American anthem. Well, if we feel it is, then why can't we have it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy to me. You know, they always they treat us like animals, and that's what they think of us as. They could take our lives without any remorse, like it ain't nothing. You know, it's like stepping on a bug. And that's doing too much.
Too much. And they give us so much distraction. There's so much distraction going on around us that we can't focus on what's really going on, what's really important.
Well, then on top of that, they expect us to have compassion for other people, but you know, it takes a strong individual, for one, doesn't matter what color you are, to go through hell and be treated like shit by other people and still have love for humans. Now, any person of color, any Black person, any melanated person that had been through what we've been through, and can't nobody say they walk the walk unless they got the dark feet to walk the walk, okay? And still have compassion for other people, we are a hell of a race. I'm here to tell you. Because we keep taking it and 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 taking it. And ain't nobody else doing that. It's still reaching out to other people and trying to help out other people and getting shitted on it at the same time.
Let me respond to this. Marilyn said Trump will take care of that, I believe. You know what? I was a true Trump supporter, diehard Trump supporter, until I realized that we're dealing with one bird with two wings. Once we wrap that around our head, then we can move forward. At the end of the day, it's still one bird with the left wing and a white wing. They want us to think that we have a choice. But Electoral College is the one to decide everything at the end. They just want us to think that we're making the decision. It's never our decision. And whatever they want to bring into existence, they're going to bring it in, no matter what side is in office. That's a facade to make us think that we have a choice. That's my opinion. I mean, I was diehard, but until I continue to do my research, everybody got a boss.
Everybody's an actor and actress. It's not real life. That's not real life. You would take care, you would do this. I mean, you can't get right. I know we're not the bottom feeders, but that's how they treat us though. We don't get benefits of other people. That's why I'm saying I don't feel that we're bottom feeders, but that's definitely how they treat us and exactly how they want us to think of ourselves. But that's not a thing, you know. Right. But they definitely treat us as bottom feeders. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly right. This election right here. It's gonna be something serious. If there is an election. If there's actually an election, it's gonna be something serious. We never been Black people built this motherfucker USA. Everything.
I think the election's gonna be just like any other election. I mean, I'm sure we'll have one. I'm sure we'll hear all the pros of what they're gonna do, and then ain't nothing gonna get done. Ain't nothing gonna. It's gonna be the same song and dance. I mean, we've been listening to it for years.
Exactly.
The same song and dance. Because at the end of the day, we're still not getting what we deserve. You know, we're paying higher interest rates when we try to buy a house, try to buy a car. You know, you got to check the box. When you fill out an application to buy a car and want to know your race, what difference does that make? Why do you need to know my race to buy a car? Why do you need to know my race to buy a house? Oh, because it's the interest rates. I got you. And seeing how people are going around changing their sex and identifying themselves as whatever, I'm just going to identify myself as a Caucasian. and get that discount. You know what I mean? Argue with me if you want to.
Marilyn said, "That's right." That's right, Marilyn.
I mean, that's the day and
That's
age we're living
right.
in now, right? You can identify as what you want to identify as, and get all kinds of privileges for identifying as whatever you choose to want to be. So hey, why not? I mean, maybe they hipping us to a game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should pick up what they're putting down.
Yep. We need to stop paying taxes and get them in the pocket. That's what we need to do. Everybody needs to stop paying taxes. File exempt. If everybody got a job, file exempt. Only pay taxes in the grocery store.
Because that actually benefits your state. That's state taxes. You know what I'm saying? That or county taxes. You know what I'm saying? Where you live. That's what counts. You know that all that government tax, that federal tax. You don't see none of that. They give it away, and then hold your money and tell you got to file by this date. But they wait 6-7 months to give you your money back and give you pennies on the dollar as uh as a bonus for them being late on getting your money back. Come on, man. But they penalize you if you don't file right or this, that, and the third. If you don't pay them, man, come on.
It's August. It's August now, and there's a lot of people still haven't even got their taxes. Haven't even got
Yeah,
them back.
they might not.
Y'all taking them taxpayer dollars to fund these wars and stuff that we don't really have nothing to do with. We don't have a choice. So actually, we are taking our money to help fund something that we have nothing to do with.
And that's why most countries hate Americans. That's
Exactly.
exactly why most countries
Because
hate
we're funding.
Americans. You can't go to too many countries and say, "Yeah, I'm an American man." You better not. You better not.
And that's something all of us doing, no matter what race you is, creed, color, sex, religion. We're all doing that. We're all doing that same thing. We're funding
Buying
this
into
bull
religion.
crap. We're
Buying
funding it.
into religion. Yep. And harming other people, taking people's lives. I mean, people live just like we live. They have families too. You know, they have families. They have babies and stuff. You bombing their houses, and you know what I'm saying. That they have lives too. They're people just like we are. They live just like we do. Why are we doing that?
And it's like we're living a deja vu. It's like 2020 is creeping back in all over again. This next election, slowly but surely, they slowly but surely drawing it back out again. Please, people, don't fall for it. We all know by now that it's an agenda. We all get sick. We all get a cold. A cold. We all get a cold. But see, they labeling it for fear. They labeling it for fear, so they can push out. So they cause a problem, so they can come to us with a resolution. So they can start that mail-in voting again. See, everything they do it for a reason. And you can listen to mainstream media sometime, but just check it out now. They slowly but surely letting you know what's going to happen.
It
Slowly
don't
but
matter what channel
surely,
you go to. They all saying the same thing. They read from the same script.
every channel, verbatim, because it's all bull crap. And I'm so glad that people are starting to realize it. Well, they speak on it now. People are starting to realize it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've had 4 years to start waking up. I mean, come on now. I like to sleep too, but sometimes you just got to be awake.
Now there's a big distraction with this migrant that they don't put in front of us to let us be aware of. Okay, so all we can do is try to prepare ourselves and try to stay strapped in our homes and whenever we leave our homes, because anybody can knock on your door. Just like that clip I showed, somebody knocked on the door like they was like Amazon and just barbaded their home.
Never
Is this,
that.
this is what we're coming to?
Yeah, that's what it's coming to. I mean, It's crazy, but it's true.
Reed can't get right comment, Drea. Let me do something right quick. Okay. This is the biggest question. Why are white people so scared of black people? So much, and 90% of white people really want to be black without the problems.
That's a whole fact.
Brother said, I see that.
That's a whole fact. You couldn't have said it better. You know what I'm saying? Can't get right because I grew up. Where I grew up was predominantly white, and I tell you, I don't know how many times I've heard the hard ER. I've heard spook coon. I've seen people that as soon as the snow melts and the sun comes out, they start tanning and talk about, oh, I'm almost as dark as you. You'll never be as dark as me for one, and you don't want these problems. I said that to somebody one day. You know what they said? What do you mean ashy skin? I said that was mighty white of you. That's exactly what I said. Ashy skin. You really think that that's what it is? Come on now, quit playing. Quit playing.
That's
It's
because
just
we
that,
don't have to use sunscreen. That's why I asked you, because we don't have to use sunscreen.
man. Listen, they do that slide stuff, that side of the neck stuff, and expect us to just kiki and ha ha with them. But you know what? That those days are over. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry, but I'm not doing that.
And
I don't find,
it's not everybody.
no.
It's not
It's
everybody.
it's the ignorant ones. It's the ones that know their privilege, live by their privilege, and accept their privilege, and don't give a damn because they know they got that privilege. There's some that are like, man, this is Jack. What the hell's going on? But at the same time, I want to ask those some, that small majority, would you, okay, because as a black person, you pay a high interest rate when you buy a car, when you buy a home, business, whatever, because you're black. Okay. Would they buy that business at a lower interest rate, sell it to you at the same interest rate they're getting, and leave it at that? Buy land, give it to you, sell it to you at the interest rate they're getting it from? Would they do that? No, they wouldn't. I've yet to see that happen. If somebody's seen that happen, please let me know, and I'll stand corrected. But until then, nope. If you're so for our people, then show something, do something to show us that you're for us. But instead, you could talk the talk, but you're not walking the walk.
But you know, it starts with us. We have to realize
Absolutely.
who we are and stop hurting each other. We're the biggest divide because they know how to stick together. We don't. So the problem
Yeah.
start within. The problem start. We got to fix ourselves first.
Well, see, we have to reprogram ourselves because at the end of the day, it's because most of the time it doesn't matter Baptist whatever, you still worship the white figure of God and Jesus, and that's what you see hanging on the walls. Is so when that's your savior, and you see white faces, white Santa Claus, white everything, the last thing you want to do is harm somebody that you've looked up to and you've worshipped your whole entire life. So where else are you going to do it? To your own people, because you don't worship them. You don't see that as something higher because it hasn't been programmed in you to see it as something higher. So we have to take ourselves out of that way of thinking and know that it's only common knowledge that Jesus Christ is not white.
You know what?
If it takes human form, he's not white. Okay, let's just keep that above.
With that
But
comment you just made, I just had a flashback. When I was
what's
when I
up?
was when I was a little girl, my grandma, back then your insurance man, an insurance woman used to come to your house to collect the insurance money. My grandma was like 70 years old. And this young white girl would always be the one to come and collect the insurance. And I used to be standing in the door when my grandma would talk to the lady. And I used to hear her say, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. My grandma's 70 years old. This girl can't be 25. My grandma would be, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, to everything she say. And
Well, see, that
one day I
that's
asked
not
her,
being polite.
I said, Grandma, why do you do that? She said, out of respect, that's all I know.
Yeah, And it's not to say that, it's wrong for her to say that, but if you look at it in hindsight, the things that we went through and the fact that they made us, yes, a master, you know what I'm saying? That when they made us do that, that's where that came from. But in a sense, it is a form of respect because we teach our kids, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a form of respect, you know. But I see what you're saying too. Like it can go both ways. If somebody's disrespecting you, that's not melanated, you know what I'm saying, and you still yes ma'am them, that no. At that point, the ma'am goes away. The ma'am goes away at that point. And you no, no. Mm-mm. But if they're respectable, yeah, you should be respectable, as they should. But you don't really hear too many of them saying that unless they're from the South or something, because that's a big thing in the South. Doesn't matter what color you are, it's a yes ma'am, no ma'am down there. So
Can't get right said. White people are not the problem. It's the other races. They let them come to this country. They will that will build come here and they think they're better than everyone that's
yeah,
black, even Africans. Motherfuckers think we ain't shit. That's because we're not Africans. We thought we was African, but we're not. That's right, can't get right. We are not Africans. We
no,
was
we're
born
not,
and raised right here in the United States of America.
because that's what they told us. We came off of ships from Africa. We did not come off of ships. Not to say that some slaves didn't come from Africa on a ship, but again, let's take it back. Why would they go and travel across the globe to collect people to make us slaves when they were here in America and had all them natives, all them Indians that they could have made slaves? Make that make sense? That's a long trip to go back and forth to bring people back to work for you. Come on now. The people that were enslaved were already here. They were already here. They didn't come from Africa.
Most will never say it to us. Can you elaborate on that, Marilyn? Most will never say it to us. Can you elaborate on
That's
that,
probably say yes
Marilyn?
ma'am and no ma'am. That's probably what she's talking about. Because they won't.
Right. Because my same grandmama that was saying it to the insurance lady, she didn't say that she didn't say it to somebody black. Not if
No.
it's out of respect. You said to everyone. If it's out of respect, you respect everyone like that. No, 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 no. It was certain people who got their respect from her, and none of them was her skin color.
And they expect it. They back in those days, they expect you to say the ma'ams and the sirs. They expect it. And if you don't, ooh wee, ooh wee. What'd you say to me, boy? Yeah. What'd you say to me, gal? Okay now.
I gotta get a banner so whenever someone come up, I can put a banner up. Cause he could have point bombed me just that easily. Better get a banner put up.
Yeah, I don't know about that whoever that was. We good. We good. But yeah,
Yeah.
we need to really stop thinking for how we were programmed to think. We have to start from somewhere,
You have to
and
unlearn to relearn.
exactly, exactly. And a lot of people aren't going to be happy with that. There's going to be people of all races that are going to be like, uh. But I mean, you can't let that deter you, because if you do, then you're not getting anywhere. You're going to be stuck in the same rut you've been stuck in. So that let's say when the Most High is doing the best work, the devil's working hard too, and that's what that is.
Yeah. Exactly.
So you get all them haters talking about, oh, y'all ain't shit, da da da. Man, whatever. You could keep saying it. Keep saying that. Keep that same energy. Because when you're no longer talking down to me, and you either look at me in my eye and we equals, or I'm talking down to you, then you gonna know something. But it ain't always gonna be you talking down I'm less than you. I'm no. It's not gonna be a thing.
And see, that's why we so suppressed, pressed down. Because when we rise, They know it's game over. They know it's game over.
Well, yeah. If you okay, think about this scenario. And I know every person of color has seen this. You're in a place, say you're at work or your grocery store or something, and you might see a family that you know, some friends of yours that you know. You get a group of colored people, black people, in a group and sitting around chopping it up. People get nervous.
Mhm.
They think we up to something. They're like, "What are they doing over there? Are they about to shoot the place up? Are they about to rob us? What are they doing over there? We just
They
talking
know
like
we're
y'all
powerful.
talking."
They know together we're powerful. We don't know it. They know it already.
Yeah, but it's the assumption. Just we just over here talking, and they get nervous. They get scared. We ain't doing nothing but having a conversation, just like y'all over there having y'all's conversation. But for some reason, we seem more threatening. Why? Why? And I would like somebody to get up on the panel and tell us why. Be honest, be true with yourself, and say this is why. This is why we feel this way. And maybe that's where it should start. Somebody should get up and say, "Hey, this is why I feel this way," and we can make a change from there. Because at the end of the day, we ain't doing nothing. We ain't doing nothing no different than y'all are. We ain't doing nothing no different. So it gets to the point where you see a group of good old boys and their pickup trucks and their Confederate flags all gathered around. Yeah, we get nervous, but we have good reason to get nervous. We have good reason to get nervous.
Ladies, can we hold the black men accountable for not protecting the black family? If they would have stood up back then, we wouldn't be having this conversation. In my
You're
line,
right. No, you're not. But at the same time, that was part of the breaking down. They would take the strongest black men, and they strap them between them horses, whip them horses, and watch them fall
yep,
apart, peel
yep.
apart. Which, if and that was that psychology. So when they're doing that to the strongest black man that they could find, and having everybody watch this happen, they're like, man, if they could do that to him, what could they do to us? And that's how they broke us down. That's why that process was there. When I tell you Willie Lynch did his job, that man did his job. I can't stand him. I wish he never existed. But if you were ever going to program somebody and have it work for hundreds of years and be set on it, that man did just that. He did just that. If you have never read the Willie Lynch letter, read that, because he did just that, and it's a shame. I read it 3 or 4 times, and I just shook my head. I was like, man, man. He called it. And it's exactly what he did. You break people down, you take the strongest one, break it down. Everybody else is intimidated. They don't know what to do. And then you start psychologically programming them to fear and to respect as well. And you only respect because it's fear. You don't respect because you like them, because you don't like them. They just tore your husband apart. But you respect them because you fear them. Because if you don't respect them, then that could happen to you.
Jug said, I was at a construction site. Me and some brothers was linked up, and one brother said, "We not other races. We can't stand in a group like this." Sad. That's absolutely sad. It's very sad.
But it's true. Jug, you are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And it don't make no sense.
Salute can't get right.
This can't get right.
Salute, ladies. I didn't come here for no controversy. I just want to speak something that I know. It's like all this won't be happening if the black man want to bow down to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that I know about the Willie Lynch. I read it so many times to try to get an understanding.
Yeah.
But it's like he got a whip, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He has a whip. He don't have a gun. He don't have a knife. You could have beat this fucker to death. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you let
But
him skip your. I'm listening.
Of your manhood. That is because
Yeah.
but they
out of
did that
fear of your
because
family being harmed. You don't want your family to be harmed. You rather for you to be harmed.
you have to
So
think
that
about the psychological torture that they were put through. They ripped people apart by strapping them between horses and beating the horses. Then they took the wife. Before they strapped them to the horse, they raped the wife in front of you and then threatened to do it to your daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's all these psychological things that they're doing. So they really broke them down to where black men ain't shit no more.
They ain't shit because they broke them down, and it's a generational curse, and it's a damn shame. It's a damn yeah. In hindsight, yeah, they should have stood up and said no, but they didn't let their nuts hang. Let's just keep it a buck. They did not let their nuts hang because they were scared, and fear is a motherfucker. You gonna fold or you gonna fight?
How it affect the black man energy and body language? Oh yes, absolutely, Jug. Jug, am I saying it right? Jug.
It's like
absolutely right.
I don't know, man. I be trying to pinpoint on why they didn't stand up for us then, but people want us to stand up now. You know, because the generation now, man, it's more like they don't worry about the white people. They worry about another black man. You know what I'm saying?
Because again, they were programmed to do that. But we're doing it now because we're awake now. Like we realize a lot of that stuff was lies. Like Emancipation Proclamation. Yes, okay, he freed the slaves, but the slaves didn't even know they were free. So they still working, thinking that they're stuck there because nobody told them they were free. It's that type of fuck shit that they be doing. I'm just gonna keep it 100. You know what I mean? It's that type of mind control and manipulation and fear that they do, and you can't help but to. It's like having almost Stockholm syndrome when you're raised into that. You become a product of your environment, and it's generation after generation after generation after generation, and it just becomes a way of life after that. And right now, we're saying, "Oh hell no, we're not doing that. We're done with that," because the generation's gone on enough, and there's been enough people to rebel to say we're not doing that no more. To where we need to stand up, but we just don't know how. We're trying to figure out how to do that without getting tear gas and rubber bullets or real bullets or jail time, or we're trying to figure out how to do it without losing our lives. That's the whole thing, because we still have that fear.
I mean, truly, I'd rather die for what I believe in than live to be a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that too. If it's my time to go, it's time to go. But I'm gonna stand up for what I stand up for. It is what it is.
See, I'm glad you did this live because the last time we talked, that same night, really the next day, somebody close to me lost their life. You know what I'm saying?
Man, sorry to hear that.
Him and his baby mama. You know what I'm saying? His baby mama, her cousin, is one of my baby mamas, and I couldn't, and I'm still to this day trying to figure out why. You know, it's like why he's not in the gang, he's not involved, and why would you kill a woman that's pregnant, 7 months pregnant with child, kill the baby's father? Like, dude, they at a car wash, washing their car, and you just take it upon yourself to take their life. And the police said they don't know who it is. All these cameras around here, y'all telling me y'all know who did it?
Wow.
They don't care who did it. They don't care. Because to them, it's just like I said, the good old boys, they don't wear white no more. They wear blue. We'll just keep it a whole buck. They're not in white, in cloaks and stuff. They're in blue, and that's a fact. We all know that.
The person that was at the scene clearly said that it wasn't nobody black that did it.
Which is why they don't care. They're not going to look for somebody like that. They don't care. And if they did find him, it was self-defense. They were intimidated. They were scared from a pregnant woman and her baby. You know what I'm saying? They weren't doing nothing but washing their car.
They had a car wash.
Yeah.
He just got to washing his car. He's pulling off. The eyewitness said that whoever it was, they had just pulled up maybe a couple of minutes before they pulled off. As soon as they got out the car, that's when they was pulling off. They seen who it was, even though they had the little mask on. They seen that he didn't have dark skin.
Right.
He shot them, killed them, and left in a different vehicle.
Wow.
So the vehicle he came in was still at the scene. And when the detectives questioned my family, they questioned me first.
What?
They didn't question my auntie. They didn't question my uncle, my granny. They didn't question none of my people. They didn't question none of them. They questioned me first.
They profiled you.
No, they didn't profile me. They brought us something that didn't have nothing to do with him. Same thing I told y'all about that these folks been trying to gun at me since I've been born.
Right, right.
And I asked that man, so y'all killed my family because of me? And that dude gave a little smirk on his face that made me feel like they had something to do with it. I don't care about that no more, man. I believe y'all killed my family because y'all know how close he was to me, man.
And see, that's in a sense what you experience is exactly what they did back in them days when they took the strongest man, strapped him up between two horses, whipped the horses so they'd pull on each side, rip that man apart. That's just what they did to you. They're trying to rip you apart just like that. But it's modern day time now. They trying to break you down like that. But obviously you are strong enough to say, "Oh, I'm not doing that." You know, it has an adverse effect now.
They almost got me.
I bet they did. I bet
They
they
almost
did.
got me. You know, I was on somebody live yesterday, Scope Mysterious, and I ain't gonna lie. I went to Dallas to try to meet SD, and I shouldn't have did it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
And I was prepared for whatever.
man, y'all was about to get into it.
The dude didn't even read the comment. People called that man on the back end and everything, and he told them he ain't finna go.
Wow.
But the whole time I'm not knowing that Dallas PD is sitting there watching me the whole time.
Wow.
Waiting for you to slip. Just give him a reason. Just give him a reason.
And this
You
is what's
know.
crazy about it. I left in another vehicle and I had somebody to take my vehicle, and when they see me get into a different vehicle that they know what vehicle I came in, they pulled me over. Wanted to search the car, ask for my driver's license, all that. You know, they knew I'm out on bond for a pistol case. They knew all that. You know, asked me what I was doing out there. They had got a call that I threatened to do bodily harm on the individual. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Come on up here, 400. Get the panel.
that's
That shit was
crazy.
crazy.
It is crazy, and you know, it's funny that you say that because I've been profiled like that myself, and it's scary, especially because you don't really expect it for females to go through it. But it happened to me one time. I was in New York, and literally the cop pulled me over, had his hand on his pistol, wonder why it wasn't rolling my window all the way down. I said, because you still have your hand on your gun. I'm not doing
That
that.
part.
You
Hit the
know what I'm
panel.
saying? And fortunately enough, you know, the city that I was from, my family has a really good name there. So as they're pulling me over, you know, they get the one cop and then the supervisor usually pulls up afterwards. Supervisor pulled up, he had my ID. He was like, not that one. So he was like, all right, have a good day. And I was like, yeah, I bet. Have a good day.
That part.
And then that
You know
here in
what
San
it is.
Antonio not too long ago, I was talking on the phone, driving home from work. I'm like literally 2 minutes away, driving down a little hill. I got to make a left-hand turn. This cop pulls me over and tells me he clocked me doing 54 in a 40. I was like, nah. I was hitting my brakes. You trying to argue with me? You trying to argue with me? And I was like, no, sir. I'm just telling you that I was pumping my brakes. So I don't really think I have it on record. Like he was trying to get hostile, and then he realized I was on the phone. And he changed it up. He was like, well, let me get your stuff. He went back to the car. He was like, well, you know, I did have it on video. He's like, but, you know, you can't be doing a 58. And I was 58. Now, it was 54 before. Now it's 58. I'm just going to let you go with a warning. Now, if I was really going 14 miles over the speed limit, you'd have gave me that damn ticket.
He would have
But
gave me a
because I
ticket.
had somebody on the phone, because I had somebody on the phone, he had to slow his roll. Plus, I don't think he realized that I was a female because it was dark. He just seen somebody black with locks driving down. Where are you coming from? I said, work. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And then he realized
he was a-
he did, he really did, because it was dark and I'm just driving. You know what I'm saying? And that's all he seen was a black face, and it was about to be on a popping. You know what I'm saying? And he
he was
realized,
gonna
one, I'm
unlive
a
you,
female.
man. For real. He was
Yeah, one,
gonna
I'm a
unlive
female.
you
Two,
that night.
I'm on the
I
phone.
swear, if you was a male, you been dead that night. For
Yeah,
real.
absolutely. And I felt that. I felt like if I was not on the phone and I was not a female, I was going to die. I literally felt that I was shaking. I was like, oh, and I said, I live right here. Like literally the next left was where my house was. The next left. And I'm like, I live right here. You know what I'm saying? And, man, listen, that was like what, a month ago? That was crazy for me. I'm like, man, this stuff is real. Like it ain't no joke. Like
And this is San Antonio, right?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, actually, it's outside of San Antonio. It's like Live Oak, but it's the same thing. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, like I was scared, and I was like, that's a damn shame when you see blue and reds behind you. You instantly think, man, I might die today. I might die. Oh Lord, I might die. And they wonder why you nervous and jittery, because I'm worried about dying. If I
Especially
say
at
the
night.
wrong thing and move the wrong way, say the wrong thing, move the wrong way, try to defend myself or give you an explanation, you gonna think I'm arguing with you. I
Hello?
might say I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and that's over for me. It's over. It's a wrap. What? And you wonder why we're nervous? Come on, stop that. Man, it's too much. It's too
Salute
much.
to
We shouldn't
y'all,
have to live
man.
like that.
Salute to y'all, man. I love this real
Salute,
talk
salute.
right now.
Salute. Welcome.
Thank you.
You
That's
got the
some real
flow.
talk right there.
Yeah,
And
we
I was
shouldn't
just
have to live
listening
like
to
that.
y'all, and I still haven't heard a lot yet. So it's all facts for real. It's all facts.
Yeah, and you can ask any person of color, and everybody's got a story. That's a damn shame. That's a damn shame.
I
Everybody
don't
got a
care
story
if
one
you
way or
dark
another.
skin, light skin, whatever. You still got a story.
Yeah. Because they don't
America
wear
gonna
white no
make
more;
sure
they
that
wear blue.
America gonna make sure they make sure you have a story. Shit, that's real talk, man.
America.
I
Yeah.
just had to pop up, man. I ain't trying to stay long, whatever. I ain't trying to interrupt your panel, but
No, you
I
good.
appreciate y'all what
You
y'all
good.
doing though, for real. I
Well,
appreciate
you
that.
good. Your input is more than welcome because we trying to make some
Get that
changes. Like
talk
we
out there,
tired.
for real.
Ooh.
We just tired, man. And the more people that stand up and say we're done, we're not doing this no more. We're taking our country and our land back. The better. We can't. One person can't do it alone. Two people can't do it. We have to have a collective.
Unity.
We have to do that. I mean, it's just like come on, man. They did it before, and look what happened because they were militant.
But see, the only thing about that, right? We gotta love ourselves.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And they programmed us to hate ourselves, which is why it's easier for us to kill somebody that looks like us.
Facts. Ooh,
I
I
mean,
was having some more time. I would get all the way into it. But
This panel back, bro. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, come on back. Come on back.
they did say, like I agree with you say. They programmed everything that black people really go through right now. They programmed that into us to get
Right.
lost. And like how they say about books and stuff like that. Why should some white man tell me to read a book?
Because they feel like we can't
Read the
read.
book yourself,
Yeah.
nigga.
We can't read. We can't
Excuse me. I
swim.
ain't trying to disrespect your page. But we need to do more. Like, look at yourself and see where you at in life. Or see how you moving.
That's what I said. Start with self. It start with
Yeah.
self.
Self-help.
Yep.
That's where self-help came from.
Yep.
They were so scared.
And you can't be so egotistical not to take the constructive criticism from somebody else or the help somebody else is giving you. It may not be the kind of help that you want to where it's boosting your ego. It might be something that you might not want to hear. But at the same time, if you're living in your truth and you're trying to make changes, those are the things you have to hear to correct something.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how we're gonna have to make it happen. You gotta love yourself, give yourself the self-help, and then take the help from somebody else.
Facts.
That they got good intentions. I mean, if they're talking to you, they got good intentions. They ain't trying to tell you nothing stupid like go jump off the bridge. You know what I'm saying? They telling you something. You need to open up and listen, and stop being so headstrong. Be like, oh no, you don't know, no, you just a dumb nigga. No.
Yeah. And I hate that. And then like I hate for hold on for a second. Let my dog bark, and I'm sorry, y'all.
You okay?
You good? Okay. Come on up, Rob.
But I'm just saying for like most of us, like really been through some things, you can look and tell like it's still racism. You're not gonna get rid of it.
Nope.
And the only question I really have, and I want you to answer this, you know how they say we were kings and queens, right?
Oh, Jug.
Okay. How did we lose all that? Like, where did it go?
It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. That's the whole thing. It didn't go nowhere. It didn't go nowhere. It's just that they told us it did, and we believed them like everything else. But it didn't go nowhere. We just have to believe in our truth and know who the fuck we are, and stand
Know
up
who
and say,
you
"You
are.
gonna do that."
I know I am.
You're damn right.
Man,
Me too.
that's a
Me
good
too.
point right there.
You know,
Black man
you
replaced
could.
the word king for nigga, my bro. Like real
Yeah,
talk.
that's a fact.
Facts,
That's a
facts.
fact.
Oh my
They
God.
replaced the word
I'm gonna have
king
to come
for
back on
nigga.
him, man. I'm gonna have to come back.
Make sure you subscribe.
Yep. Oh, it's already done.
And you see, that's what bothers me the most is because we took a word that was derogatory and shameful to us, and we made it our own. So we feel comfortable. We relate to each other like that, and it ain't nothing. It's just how we. Hey, what's up, my nigga? Whatever. Now you have every race thinking that they could say the same thing because we do it.
Facts.
You don't have that
Even
privilege. Look at each
even
other, and be like, "What's up, my
Mexicans,
cracker?
Puerto
What's
Ricans
up, my
think they can say
wetback?
nigga.
What's up, my spit?" Why don't we do that? If I looked at somebody
Facts.
that was black and said, "Oh, what's up, my wetback?" Them motherfuckers go crazy. What'd you just say? What did you just say, my nigga? You know what I mean? Like, come on, stop it. You don't get that card no more. You're not getting a black card. I'm not passing out
Facts.
black cards. You don't get that.
Facts.
No, what's ours is ours, and we're gonna keep it. Y'all been stealing shit from us from day one. I'm done with it. I'm done.
Everything that goes
Facts.
on is got from a black man or a black
Yeah,
woman.
Everything.
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 I mean, even down to locking the hair and putting in cornrows. What? Come on now. Come on now. Listen to Bob Marley like they're doing something. What are you talking about? I'm not
I
saying
know,
that it's
right?
wrong. You can lock your hair if you want to, but you really don't know what locks are, and your locks don't do what our locks do.
That part.
Just saying, they just don't. They don't do what our locks do. It's not a thing.
Them antennas, baby, antennas.
Yeah, they don't have that. They don't have that. They're not melanated people. They don't have that. That's not
No,
that's not their makeup.
They never will.
Never,
they never will.
never. I mean, we're carbonated beings. They're carbon copies. It is what it is. Just keeping it a buck. We were here first. It
Facts.
came from us. You know what I mean? You do your
Facts.
DNA and your the ancestry, whatever. I guarantee it might be a 0.111%, but you got some black in you somewhere.
Yep.
Why? Because you came from black folks.
Facts. And
Yeah.
why you think Hitler couldn't really prove nothing? Because everybody he tried to do the Aryan race, which a lot of folks don't know what Aryan mean.
Talk about it.
That's black shit.
You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
because that swastika was our symbol anyway.
it's white
That swastika
with
was
blue
ours.
eyes. White, blue eyes. And you have to be like white.
White,
You
blue
can't be
eyes, and
mixed
blonde
with
hair.
another. You can't be mixed with nothing else.
No, blue eyes, blonde hair, and white. And that's
Yeah.
what they call pure. They call that pure. Okay, well, be pure if you want to. You still got black in you. I promise you.
Yep.
I promise you. If you are not albino, and most albinos are black anyway, but if you are not albino, you got black in you. If you have any kind of pigment, which is melanin, you have black in you.
Okay. You know how they say the white race, right? Okay. You got 1% of black in you, they label you as a nigga.
And they,
It
yeah,
don't take
I
1%.
mean,
Say, homie, white people is not white. You know what I'm saying? They skin color
They're
is
not
peach,
white.
bro.
They're
yeah,
not white.
and
You're right about that.
they
They're
have
not
different
white.
shades. There's different shades of white people too. Because the one person I work with is like emo color, like she looked like an anime character. I'm like, damn, you kind of do look anime. That's your skin tone is anime. Believe
You
it or
want
not.
to call somebody white? Albinos, they white.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
That's
But
a
they
fact.
black.
Right,
Yes.
right. Yeah.
You ain't
Albinos are
seen
white.
no full-fledged, full white person. No, they peach, bro. They
Right.
peach. They peach like a motherfucker, man. You know what I'm saying? They
Mm-hmm.
just use that white to trying to dominate the word black. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And they can't even really go off the blonde hair and blue eyes because there are some black people that have blonde hair and blue eyes, or
That
red
part.
hair and blue eyes.
Facts.
So we could you might throw that out the window too. That's debunked. I'm sorry. Try again. Try again.
Nah. That's what the Aryan, like I tell,
Yeah, that's
like
what
I try
they
to tell
believe.
everybody, like we got knowledge, right? We're
Mm-hmm.
not dumb. We all not game bangers. We all not like that. We actually know things. And
Mm-hmm.
all you got to do is just read between the lines from what they put down and what actually happened.
Right. That's a fact. It's like half the inventions that were invented by black people. They don't ever get credit for it. You know, the crescent wrench was invented by a black man, and the reason why people call it, for the life of me, I don't know why. I was a kid, you just hear this terminology called a monkey wrench. Oh, give me that monkey wrench, man. When I found out what that really was, it was because a black man invented it. So now they want to call it a monkey wrench. I don't call it that no more. Hand me that crescent. You know what I'm saying? Let me hear you say a monkey wrench, and it's on and popping, because that's derogatory as fuck.
A lot of folks don't know that.
Well, they better start reading. They better start reading.
Another thing which I don't like, which a lot of people don't catch, I don't like no white person to call me boss.
Oh yeah, no.
You know where boss come from, right?
Yeah, that's a slave word.
Yes. I think when you call me boss, you're trying to be funny.
Right.
Talking about my name.
Right. Yeah, it's just like Gal.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Gal's the same way, because that's you know, anytime you hear the word Gal, you got that twang to it, and it's just like
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know them old white women love using it.
What you doing over there, Gal? Oh, bitch.
But hey,
You
I
want
just had
candy?
to stop by. I just had to stop by for a second. I can't be on here long, but I love what y'all doing over here, though, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you. Salute.
Cause I be on my page with the same thing too, man.
You got a channel?
Yeah. Hey, Jude, drop the link in there.
Yeah, drop it in the chat.
Let me mark it so I can drop the link.
I'll absolutely support you, man.
Let me just.
That's what I be on, man. Cause I be seeing a lot of things on here. I be like, man, come on, y'all.
Right. They spend so much time scratching and arguing and fighting and bickering over stupid stuff, and we really could be getting all them people, 300-400 people arguing and fighting and talking shit. When we all them people, why don't we do something positive for our own people instead of fighting with each other?
Exactly.
I mean, yeah, sometimes it's fun, it's entertainment, but all that energy could go into something and get us the fuck up out this rut we in. Come on now.
Yeah.
Make it make sense. You just wasted fucking time, and time waits for nobody, and we are on borrowed time right now. What are you talking about?
We definitely are.
Drill.
Yeah, what's up?
They doing that because they hurting and they trying to hurt somebody else.
Yeah,
Right.
hurt people.
Hurt
You know
people.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I watch all these people, they go back and forth, coming with all these different content about each other, and at the same time, their life ain't no better than the next.
Nope. Hurt people. But that's why they need to get up off that and let somebody help them. Let somebody be their crutch. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to hold your head high and fake the funk like you ain't really going through something. Humble yourself and realize you human too. We all go through it. And take that help from somebody else.
You got to drop the link again.
Drop it for who?
For Slim.
Yeah.
Hold up.
You're trying to slim 4004.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I be on some real talk, man, for real, man.
Yeah, let's get it. I'm on it. I'm gonna subscribe. As soon as we get off this one, I'm gonna hop on your stuff and subscribe to you.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna go live tomorrow, but I got a partner named Jug, man. He be putting me on a lot of things. And he told me to come check y'all out. So I pulled up and
each one teach one.
That part.
We can get it together. We can form a collective. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. We don't gotta be like Black Panthers. We ain't gotta be Black Panthers and do all that craziness, but we can be as strong as them. We can be as strong as them, but just do it the right way.
That's right.
Slim.
Yeah.
You know who Charleston White is?
Yeah,
of course.
I know.
That's my partner in real life. Oh. You know what I'm saying? We from the same neighborhood and everything.
That nigga smart, boy. He got knowledge, boy. He be spitting that shit.
Hey, I'm gonna hit him up after we get out this live, and I'm let him know about you. You know what I'm saying?
All right, appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Right now, he been doing a lot of interviews and traveling and all that, so he been busy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm letting him tap in with y'all, man.
Yeah, man.
I like
That's what's
I like what he was about to say. I like what he's got to say. Sometimes I'm just like, man, he's so raw with it. I'm like, bro, you could have sugarcoated that just a little bit, but that's his personality. You do what you do. You gonna take
But
it raw. You know.
but
You
see,
don't
if he
supposed to.
didn't do it like that, how many people would listen to it?
No,
Right.
nobody.
Right, because it's the shock value that gets people's attention. It's like, did he just say what I think he said? Hold up. Oh, he did. Now you heard him, right?
Now,
That's a
now
fact.
it's
That's a
some
fact.
things I don't agree what he's saying, but it's a lot of things he say. Well, everything he say, it come with like a
Message.
message behind it.
Yeah, yeah. He just got a different
And
way of putting it out there.
You
instead
got
of
to
everybody
understand.
getting mad, like he doing things and like subliminal messages, right? No, he
Mm-hmm.
getting to you raw.
He gonna
Yep.
always say some negative shit to get your attention, so he can
Yeah,
really give you the message. That's what his whole scenario is about. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Dumb niggas like dumb shit. So what he gonna
yeah,
do? He gonna talk about dumb shit so you can tag, so you can goddamn me log in. Then he gonna feed you some knowledge at the end of the shit.
Yep. His
That's what he
way. Now,
always do.
y'all, I gotta log off, but man, shout out to y'all, man. Keep on speaking that
definitely.
real, for real,
All right. All
and
right,
tap in
Slim
with it.
Beans. Salute.
Salute to you.
Salute.
Salute. Yeah. That's what's up.
Wheeling Drill. I've been there with that man since he first started.
Yeah.
When everybody in the city hated that man, I was right there to ride with him because I already knew what was gonna bring. But he didn't say nothing wrong that wasn't the truth.
He is the truth, though. I mean, that's a whole fact. He adds shock value, but like you said, if you don't do that, ain't nobody gonna listen. So he found his way to reach the people, and that's how you do it.
He did it. So it ain't
Dre,
nobody in the United States that don't want to interview with this man because they want to pick his brain on what he really know. He know a lot.
mm-hmm. I would love to
He
speak to him. I've always said I'd love to meet that man. I've always said I watch him on YouTube. Like I'd love to meet that man.
Just
Because
said,
man,
look at all them black sectors of sisters and brothers going at each other. That's what I'm saying. When I made that announcement, I got on 88 channel. My channel is going to be about information that we can use. This is not no channel about beef and no scratching. If that's what you want to do, this is not the channel for you. I don't care if I ain't got 5 people in my channel. All that bickering is not, this is not the place.
right.
Each
We're
one
trying to
teach
make
one.
moves.
This is the place.
We're trying to make moves. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't have nobody holding you down. You know, you got everybody got to play their part, and all that extra stuff is just energy draining, and it's not adding to nothing positive. Like we were trying to do positive things and get ourselves out this rut and all that. That's just a waste. To me, it's just a waste of energy. It doesn't add no value to your life. It doesn't add no value to nothing. It's just.
What's up, Rob? What's up, Rob?
Oh, that's Big Rob. What's up, Rob?
I think you got your mic on.
Yeah, I think you muted. He all cammed up. Okay, sir.
Sure,
You
mic
good?
on. Let me type it. I don't think he could hear us. Wait a minute.
salute, brother Rob.
I don't know if he can hear you. What's you? Yeah, you can't. We can't hear you, Rob. You talking, but I see your lips moving, but we can't hear you. I think you're muted. Take your time. We good. Yeah, it's to the point now. We really have to do this, and it's not about hating other people. Like you say, white people are not the problem. People are the problem. People are
That
the
part.
problem. You know what I'm saying? And I seen something on Facebook about some stuff that's going on from where I'm from, and they got it's a small city, and they got like 300 homeless people just living and doing whatever, and everybody's going crazy. And it's like, oh, it looks so bad, and blah 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 blah. This one dude was like, oh, this one guy came from Buffalo to Jamestown, where I'm from, to feed these people, and the city moved them out. They gave them an order of like, listen, if you don't vacate the premises, you're going to jail, you're paying a fine, this and that. So they all left. So therefore, the convoy he brought to bring them food and clothing and supplies, there were no people there for him to do that, because he alerted them and let them know, hey, I'm coming to do this. They made all the people leave. This one dude posted, he was like, well, you could take them all back to Buffalo with you. You see that type of comment, no matter what, they're human. It doesn't matter what they're going through. They're human at the end of the damn day. Because one of them homeless people might save your life. Matter of fact, I've had that happen before. I've had a homeless, they call themselves gutter punks. Save me. That whole group of homeless sitting on the side of the road, smelling like stale alcohol, saved my life. They sure did. I was in Columbus, Ohio, and I'm sitting there by myself. What's up?
You know why there's so much homeless in America?
Because it's America. everybody's threatening to be homeless every day. But yeah.
It's because of mental health, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I have talked to so many homeless people in so many states, and they all have the same story.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a shame because they want help. They searching for help, but they ain't got nobody to give it to them. You know,
Right. And some of them are addicts, which, I mean, yeah, if they're addicts, it's their fault. Okay, at one point they made a decision to do the drugs, but once the drugs take hold, they can't control that anymore. It's out of their control. I'm sure that they don't want to do that every day. I'm sure they don't want to live that life, but the reality is they are. And you still have to treat them as humans. Right.
not really. A lot of them wasn't even on drugs when they got homeless. They got on drugs, you know, prior to them being homeless. You know, because it was like they was basically trying to commit suicide. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they felt like doing drugs would probably be quicker than them committing suicide because a lot of them don't have it in them. You know,
Right.
so they turn to drugs to because they feel like the world don't give a care about them. So why would they care about themselves?
Right.
But then they got brother Bishop that's right there to let them know. Look, if nobody tell you they love you, I do, and I'm gonna
Right.
show you. You know what I'm
And that
saying?
man was there. That man was there. And they moved all them people. It was on Facebook. I was like, wow. I was like, that's crazy. And dude was just he just had no remorse, no nothing. I'm just like, bro, there's still people though. Like at the end of the day, you was gifted a home. You know what I'm saying? You inherited a house, so you were lucky to have a home that you didn't have to go out and search for a house. You inherited the house you grew up in. Okay, these people might not have that same story. So why are you looking down on them? You're fortunate compared to them. So now they're just scum of the earth. Come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. Don't do
What is
that.
his race?
Be white.
There you go.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if you can hear my background, but I have a little white dude playing with two. I guess they from Pakistan or Afghanistan or wherever they from. They are Arabian kids, right? And they be way better than black kids,
I bet.
you know. But they have
I
an
bet.
understanding when it comes to this household right here because they know I whoop your ass, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like your mom and daddy, they allow y'all to just talk to them crazy and do what y'all want to do. That's why y'all think y'all better than anybody else.
Yeah. And on top of that, they raise them kids as little kids to be carrying AR-15s and being militant. Those kids at 5 years old can shoot a gun. I seen the video on that. I was like, damn. Okay.
They better not come to this house because the kids in this house know how to do the same thing, huh?
Right. And that's what you got to do. I mean, there's such things as gun safety. You don't got to hide your pistol. Just have your child respect it, know what to do when it comes time. If you get your kid scared of a gun and something happened to you, that kid not gonna know how to save your life.
Ladies, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. My kids have their own safe in their own room.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yep.
they know
Enough
if
said.
anybody come into that home, they know what to do. They know how to protect that home. You know what I'm
Enough
saying?
said. That's what you got to do. That's what you listen. That's what you got to do. Because if you don't, man, that's how these kids get taken and sold on the market. And you know what I'm saying? Because they don't know how to defend themselves. Because they got them afraid. Oh, don't let your kid touch a gun, man. Don't let them touch a weapon. How are they going to defend themselves? Kick and scream? No. They need to know how to defend themselves and respect the fact. No, it's not a toy. And no, this is protection. This is not a toy. It's not something you play with, because the consequences of it is serious. But at the end of the day, if it's something serious, let's be serious. Straight up. Yeah, it's a fact. I don't blame you, especially with what you've been through. Can't get right. Yeah, man. What?
If I
Yeah.
want to show y'all my neighborhood so bad, man, it's a beautiful neighborhood, man. But it's certain people in this neighborhood that they know I choke the fuck out of them. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, because it's like the other black people that stay on my street, you know, they are Republicans. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna disrespect them, call them no Uncle Tom, because they not. They just
Mhm.
don't want to be fucked with when it comes to them white people judging them. When you stay in a HOA neighborhood, you got to understand these
Yeah.
white people want trying to get in your business and
Hmm.
think they control some shit. Y'all don't control this address.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need y'all people to come cut my grass. I do my own shit.
Right.
I don't need y'all people to come fix on nothing on my house. I do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? What y'all can do is y'all can keep y'all little badass kids where they at and not try to come talk to them any of my daughters because it's not gonna be a pretty sight.
Buddy.
You know, because it was the one little kid they had to move. You know what I'm saying? Because the mayor of where I'm from, she stayed like 5 houses down, but across the street. You know what I'm saying? She loved. I ain't gonna call myself a nigga. She loved me. She loved this black man. Like literally, her and her husband. Like they broke down and told me that they grew up with racist families that tried to brainwash them to believe that they was better than the next person, basically black people. Then when they realized we got the same thing that they got, we got eyes, ears, mouth, teeth, tongue, hands, feet, brain, ears, all that. So how y'all different than us? Only thing different is the skin complexion.
Right.
And I've have had so many individuals in this neighborhood to come to me for advice as business wise, then go to a white man. I ain't gonna say white, a Caucasian man.
If you know your stuff.
But this the same nigga that grew up in Stop Six projects, grew up in the hood, that is a old ex gang member, that have shot someone, that has killed someone, that has been in a lot of shit. But y'all come to me for business wise because y'all don't have the mentality to know what the fuck y'all getting yourself into. Cause the main motherfucker that fuck y'all the same motherfucker that look like y'all.
But
Hmm.
see that road that you traveled, that rugged road that you traveled, is why you're where you're at now. Because if you didn't go travel that rugged road, you probably wouldn't be where you're at right now to be able to give somebody that knowledge, to be able to pay it forward. You know what I mean?
No.
Give them everything. I give them 25% of what they
Hmm.
need to know from me. That's it.
Right.
And that 25% really look like four.
Well, truth be told, I don't like telling them all that either because they steal. They're thieves.
That is the
They
that's
steal
why I only
everything.
give 4%.
They steal everything.
So they trying to
Everything.
they always see what got it is was that they did their research, they looked at my criminal background instead of what's really inside of me, like I told them. Y'all call me bipolar, but I'm telling y'all, I have black ancestries. I have black spirits inside of me that's letting y'all know I'm not to be fucked with, okay?
Hey,
See,
that's
that's
it.
what bipolar is. You have a spirit that was on this earth that's inside of you now, that's letting it be known what it is. And some go with it, some don't. I could be in like anybody else, y'all. Seriously. You know what I'm saying? I could be a weed smoker, a drinker, on drugs, all that, but that's not for me. When I see how I do people, I can't let something control me.
Right. Yep. Yep.
I've
Yep.
been stopped by to show, I just stopped by to show some love. Been watching this channel for a few now. This is awesome. If take an app to unite our people won't happen overnight, but the seeds are planted. Indeed, it is. Yeah. With
Yeah,
unity,
true. It
but
ain't gonna
power.
happen overnight, but Bishop is not gonna stop, okay? I'm not gonna stop. I got too many people that depend on me to feed them that full course meal that they desire to eat, and I'm gonna give it to them.
Right.
I just don't like the fact that they take away the ones that get close to me. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
But
Things are about to change. I feel it in my spirit, and I'm a very spiritual person. I've been taking a minute to get this challenge jumping off, but I knew it's something that needed to happen, and it's about to be a movement. Everybody have a position. Everybody have something they have to do, and that's something I had to do. All I had to do was open up my app
And
God knew the
give
things to
everybody a
do.
place to talk about it. You know what I mean?
God gave you this app for a reason.
Yeah,
Yep.
you
Like
you
people
had
don't
me.
understand.
You had me until last week. Last.
Yeah.
Can't get right. You sure
That's
did.
that's what it all boils down to. God, He give us what we need,
Mm-hmm.
and if we can't
Yeah,
go out and talk to Him, hey, what's the best next thing? Internet.
that's right. That's what it's here
They
for.
always on it anyway.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Because you might got 200 subscribers now, and by in the morning you might have 15 to 1600
Right.
because somebody has seen your live and rewinded it and heard what was talked about and it touched them.
Yep. And that's how it starts. That's how it starts. It's just like this movement we're trying to do. It's got to start somewhere. It's gonna start off slow, but it's gonna come together. I feel it in my spirit too. I feel like we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. We don't have a choice really. Everybody's here for a purpose. Everybody was put here for a job to do. Everybody has a mission, and you know we got a job to do. We gotta get our people right. Gotta get them right.
My job is to make sure I spread the word that's supposed to be put out to the people
That's
that's
right.
gonna listen.
That's right.
You know,
Absolutely.
'Cause like I say, it can be
Absolutely.
10 people in a group, but it's always gonna be that one that's actually gonna listen. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right. But all you gotta do is reach that one. As long as you reach one,
I always do. You know what I'm
you know,
saying?
because that one could take it to somebody else, and maybe that person reach one. And one, you keep adding that one, you're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotta start from one. As long as you can get to one person,
Yeah,
one
I
person.
turned one. I turned one into thousands. I can say that, but it's nothing to brag about because these people that I know that need this.
But you
Cause
know, it
just
is
like
something to brag about because it's an accomplishment. Because not a lot of people can do that. You see
it's
what I'm
not for
saying? So
me
you
though,
can brag about that.
That's
but
right.
it's not for me. It's for them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you can brag about it because you're being humble and you're paying forward, and it's not a selfish act. It's selfless. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's different. Some people do things to get a return. Not they always want their get back afterwards. Well, I did this for you, so I get this back. But
I have.
you're not looking for nothing back. You just trying to you really truly trying to help somebody, and that's what's up.
I mean, I got thousands of people that can vouch and say that if I done gave them something, I never asked for it back.
It's fact.
I'm not care
Right.
what it is,
That's me. That's
cause it's
me.
always gonna come to me. That's what they not
Absolutely.
understanding.
Every
Yep.
Like
time.
I can give a person $100 a day and get $1,000 tomorrow.
Yep.
I'm gonna keep doing it over and over. Keep giving it out to the ones that I know that need it. Because at the end of the day, God is telling me these the ones that you brought to me that I know that been searching me, but they ain't have nobody to come in and let them know. Look, end of the day, before you can think about anybody, think about yourself. Before you think about yourself, just think about why God put you here.
Right.
Talk to Him. He'll talk back.
Yep.
That's right.
God is within you. God is within you. So you can be anywhere. You don't got to go to a church. You ain't got to go. You listen. It's within
Definitely
you.
ain't got to go to the
So
church.
nope. Because again, we were created out of that image. You know what I'm saying? We are who we are. We know this. We know that we
We
are.
know this.
We know that we
Yes,
are. We just have to get enough people to understand that they are too. You know what I'm saying? And stop conforming to the fear tactics and the bullshit, because it's not okay. You know, I'm not saying we take our stuff back and treat people like they're less than, because I would never do that. You know, that's just not how I am. You know,
there's
I
people that do that. They say
yeah,
they're man of God though.
exactly. And those are the ones. Those are the biggest devils. You know, those are the biggest devils. But you know, you people have to be humble. You know what I'm saying? And I would never, if I came up, say I won the lottery and I'm $300,000, $300 million, whatever. I would never look down on somebody. I would never. I would probably turn around, buy a building, and say, okay, all the homeless people, go ahead, do what you do. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, get off the streets. You know what I'm saying? Because now you're cluttering up the city, making it look bad. But go ahead, stay there. You know what I'm saying? You got your space, whatever. But because it's not about that. It's really about what you can do for others, and that's self gratification in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's where I get my self gratification. I don't need anything back. It makes me feel good to help somebody else, or to look out for somebody and school them on something. Be like, hey, you know, maybe you should try it this way. This is why, blase blue. You know what I mean?
Drill.
Yeah.
I'm
What's up?
financially stable till the day I die. Even when my kids pass, it's still gonna go on. But I'm in the hood every day.
Yeah.
I'm in
Yep.
somebody's hood every day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yep.
it's always somebody that's in the low class community that need help. And
There's
it
a
ain't
struggle.
about money.
Somebody's struggling.
It ain't about money. It's just they need to hear the word of God.
Yep.
They need that push so they
Hmm.
can know that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing about black people don't have, and they have it, but they don't want to use it, is loyalty, man.
Loyalty,
Man,
loyalty,
speak it.
loyalty.
Speak it. Speak it. Speak it. And you know what
When
else
you
they need to
loyal,
have? They need to have integrity.
oh yeah,
Loyalty and integrity.
they definitely need
You
that.
know, yeah, because you be out here making me embarrassed to be black. Like, stop. We got to do better, because that's not, because that's why they all look at us like, oh, they just a bunch of fools, because y'all out there act like a bunch of damn fools. What are you doing that for? Stop. Because now I got to work twice as hard, because now people label me as what you out here doing, and you ain't got a reason to be doing that. You see what I'm
See,
saying?
that's when
Like,
I'm listening.
no, go ahead. I was done.
And that's when I come in and take them on that they try to push out. Hey, come here, let me holler at you.
Hmm. Yep.
So
Yep.
when they see them again, now they trying to figure out, bro, what's going on? How you been? I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I see you looking good, of course.
Yeah. Because when you feel good inside, you can look good on the outside. It don't matter what kind of clothes you wear, whatever. You gonna glow. You gonna shine. Your shine's gonna come through. You know what I
That
mean? It
part.
don't matter. It don't matter. You know,
See,
I was talking to this guy I work with. You know, he got wicks in his hair, and he said he had little sister locks at one time, and he kind of got mad because he looked around. He's like, man, everybody getting locks, this and that. And he's like, I didn't want to do it no more because I don't want to look like everybody else. I said, bro, let me stop you real quick. I said, don't look at it like that. I said, because our hair is our power. I was like, so when you see somebody growing locks, don't look at it as, oh, I don't want to look like everybody else. Look at it as our people are coming back home. The
that
root,
part.
listen, the chickens are coming home to roost. God damn it, we on it. We back. We coming back. So every time you see somebody with locks, don't look at it as, oh, they just, no. Our people are coming home. We're coming home. And the more people that do it, trust and believe, we're coming home. So I said, look. He's like, I never thought about it that way. I said, man, think about it. I said, stop getting into that superficial world that they put you in that mindset, and step outside the box and look at the bigger picture. And look at the fact that our people are coming home. We're back to who we are. This is what we look like. This is our natural look. You know, it's not the straight wigs or the perms and all that stuff. No, this is us. This is us. And y'all gonna have to deal with who we are. Done looking like y'all. We ain't ever gonna look like y'all ever. We're not gonna ever be treated like y'all. We're back to us. So look at it as, okay, my people are coming back home. I'm glad so and so looks like me, because now I don't feel by myself. But I got a whole slew of motherfuckers that look just like me. Good, because
That
that's who
part.
we are. That's who we are. Stop being the sitting duck, the loner. Stop being the lone wolf out there. Get your pack. Get your pack.
That's right.
Because one, there's safety in numbers, and there's prosperity in numbers, and there's knowledge in numbers.
True.
You could have all the money in the world if you by yourself, you fucked. You could be broke as hell and have 5,000 people, and you richer than that person that's got all the money in the world. Why? Because you got backing. You got backing. You got bodies.
Do you know what's not happening in the black communities like they used to be no more?
What's that?
Preachers and teachers walking around the community.
Because it's fabricated.
Yeah. It depends on what they're preaching and teaching. If they're preaching and teaching what the white Christianity or the Caucasian Christianity is, that's not our story.
And
It's
that's
not
why
our
people
story.
don't listen.
Right. That's a story they gave us, but that's not us. That's like you say, where does Black history start? Slavery. Bullshit. We just morphed out of the ground and became slaves. Where did we come from? Where did we start from? They never want to talk about that because they wanted to erase
Another
that.
whole story for another whole day.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why when you get that preacher that wants to talk about the white Jesus, that's not us. If I'm created in that image, why don't I look like that person? Why don't I look like that person? I don't look nothing like them. Because that's not us.
That's why you got a lot of non-believers.
Right. But the thing is, they need to believe that it's within yourself because we were created in that image. So instead of looking for a figure out here, like you say, self-love. Once you love yourself, you will know that God is within you. You are made from God. God is in you. God is in everything and everyone. So you're looking for a figure walking. Hey, I'm God. No. First of all, I don't believe that God even takes a human form. It's energy. It's an energy. You know what I'm saying?
You know, a lot of black people, you can't teach self-love. You got to show them.
Yeah. And sometimes they don't want to accept it. They get mad, try to take your life or something. You know what I mean? Like they get angry.
You can show a person love, but you can't show them self-love. Only self can show you self-love.
Yeah. Yeah. And I call that living in your truth. I see can't nobody talk you down and hurt your feelings more than yourself. When you're real with yourself, I got real with myself, and it was the best thing I ever did. Let me tell you, I hurt my own feelings because I really had to dig deep and think about the things that I was doing wrong, the negative things about myself, the positive things about myself. But when I tell you, I cried myself to sleep. I probably cried for 12 hours. But when I woke up, I knew, okay, this is going to be me now. I'm going to live in my truth. Because at the end of the day, if I'm lying to myself, what good am I to anybody else?
And that's why I want to stand about the lying part. I'd rather tell you the truth and hurt your feelings than lie to you and hurt my feelings.
Yeah. I mean, it is. Everybody's got feelings. You might as well use them. You know what I'm saying? They're there for a reason. You know, and at the end of the day, if you're not being rude about it and just trying to be mean and like a bully, and you're actually just saying what you got to say as a lesson, that's on them at that point because they got to get past their ego. Like I said, it's constructive criticism. You have to take that. But your ego's so high, it's like, oh man, you said because your ego's high. Drop your ego and listen to what I just told you. You know what I'm saying? Get past all that ego shit. And then you can learn something.
You know,
that's a hard thing for them to do.
The real biggest problem in black communities out here in this city is that PTSD.
Mm-hmm. We all have it. We all have it. Like I said, the PTSD, we get pulled over, we start shaking. We start shaking, act nervous, and look suspect just because we scared. We all have it.
It's crazy.
We walk in the store with a pocket full of money. Can I help you? Can I help you? As if I were around the store, listen, don't do that because I'll walk out the store because I don't need to buy nothing in here, obviously. You know what I'm saying? And that happens all the time. But that's part of our PTSD because we always feel like somebody clocking us like, oh yeah, there they go. What they gonna steal? Who they gonna rob? Whether you know what I'm saying? And it's not fair. And I'm frankly I'm tired of it. I'm really, really, really tired of it. Like it's to the point where I'm just like, no. And I don't want to be disrespectful, but at this point I'm just like, listen, I'm not playing them games no more. You're gonna stop.
If we not born with it, it's created within us. Like
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Every black person have seen some drastic shit in their life to make them have that.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have that, it's like what I do. to get out of it. You can't.
You know, even if you haven't seen like somebody killed or whatever, it's the fact that just being black and living life as being black and being in America, just the fact of being racially profiled, being called a nigger every day, being called a coon, being called a spook, you know, all that name calling, especially when you're a kid, you know what I'm saying? That's scarring. That hurt your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you're a kid. So there goes that PTSD again. You know, so there's a small measure, then it gets larger.
See, because the black men I looked up to when I was younger, they all got killed. And these men, they was always teaching me how to be a man before I was the one.
Right.
Told me first and foremost, love God first, then yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Always protect the women in your family, and even the ones that's not in your family. The
Mm-hmm.
strongest race on this earth is a black woman.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Because nothing would be here if it wasn't for a woman. That's why some people say God is a woman. Well, probably God is
Probably is.
everything, man, woman, everything. Because it all came from the woman. It all came from a woman. You know, and that's a whole fact. And sometimes they don't respect the seed they came from. You know what I'm saying? They was in a whole stomach for 9 months, getting good and fed and taken care of and stuff, and now you want to go ahead and smack it around and do this, that, and the third. Nah, you just disrespectful.
That's
You just
another question I want to ask. If a woman carry a child for 9 months, why is it that when the baby come out, it don't have an age?
right, because it's 9 months plus that day. That's what I think.
That's crazy.
That's that's what I think. It's just like they do like the numbers. You know, they say you count from numbers go from 1 to 10, but that's a lie. It's actually 1 to 9 because 0 don't count. 0 is 0.
That
0 is nothing.
that part.
But they want to say, oh, it's 0, 1, 2, 3. No, it's not. It's 1 to 9. And because 9 is the prime number. It's the highest prime number. It always goes back to itself. So actually, our number system is 1 to 9,
Because we're
not
not
1
ether
to 10.
beings. Because we're not ether beings. It took us 9 months to get here. Everything with 9 goes back to 9.
Yep.
That's
It's all about
crazy.
numbers.
But they don't teach us that though. They teach us 1 to 10. No, you're lying. You're lying. Just to create your propaganda and your agenda to do what you do. That's what it is. It's all a lie. It's been a lie since day one. They send you 13 years of lies to get you good and ready to be conformed to the American way. Yeah, no.
And now that's what I want to understand too. Like when you come out from 1 to 12, you a child until you turn 13.
Yeah, because you get puberty at
And
that
you
point.
that's
Yep.
that's some shit you never understand. That
Yep.
shit never understood.
It's just
But
like
yeah,
you say, okay, you gotta be 21 to buy alcohol, to buy cigarettes, to buy a lighter, but you could be 18 and serve your country. What are you talking about? I'm man enough or woman enough to serve a country and fight, damn near lose my life or lose my life, but I can't go buy a beer. I can't go get a cigarette. What you talking about?
but you
No,
know, in state of Texas, you can be 14 and go to prison.
that's because Texas ain't no
So
joke.
I'm not
They
understanding
say
that
don't mess with
either.
Texas.
Like,
Don't mess with Texas.
yeah, they meant that.
They meant that shit for real. They meant that shit for real. For
Hello?
real, for real.
Can
Salute.
you hear me?
Okay, we can hear you
What's up,
now.
bro?
I'm chilling. Yeah, I've been listening to y'all. Listening to a lot of stuff y'all are saying. You know the crazy thing I was thinking about
What's up?
since we were kids, especially when it comes to religion, they've taught us certain things. And I feel like a lot of the things that we were taught weren't too far off. But I feel like the people who were teaching us some of the stuff didn't have the true understanding themselves. Lately, I've been digging deep.
So,
And you know how, as far as religion goes,
You know, whether it's uh, Jehovah Witnesses and all that, you always hear talk of this number. They always say 144,000. But
Mm-hmm.
Nine.
have you ever looked deeper into that 144,000? You
It's
see,
nine.
at the end of the day, right? They say God, the Creator, created all of us within His image.
It's a fact.
So as a kid, you hear this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. You
Mm-hmm.
know, well, if God, the Creator, created us all in His image, He would want us all to be like Him. He created the earth, He created all this stuff, they say, right? Now, at the end of the day, we're all energy. Our
Facts.
soul is energy, right? So you start looking into the frequencies. Now, you hear talk of the Egyptians, you hear talk of, the Mayans, all these things. They all were into the frequency. So grab your phones or whatever and look up the frequency 144 and see what it is. Now, it's all about raising consciousness and spiritual awareness. So, at the end of the day, where we all sit back and you got melanin people who feel some type of way about the Caucasian people, the Caucasian feel some type of way about the melanin people. When at the end of the day, we all have to raise our consciousness because we are at the lowest point that we've ever been. And until us as people raise our consciousness, we're going to remain where we are. The hate, the ignorance, just everything keeps us to that point to where we can't raise our consciousness to the shoes that we wear on our feet, to the clothes we wear on our back. All this stuff keeps us at a lower frequency. And while we are battling with each other, yes, we are God's chosen people, but this planet that we live on technically isn't ours. Now, when you go deeper and you do your homework, you see they talk about how, they start talking about the Moorish Empire. They talk about all this. But the people who run this whole entire thing, they look like us, but they're not us.
No.
But they have the melanin skin like us, but they're not us. And they live beneath us. And this is the part that I think a lot of people get twisted. We're so busy worried about well, this, that, this, and the third, but we're missing the biggest point. Certain things were put into play to throw us off. Like, we know the Caucasian race didn't exist until a certain time. But when they came, they were put in a position to rule over us. But even the Caucasian race are pawns and being played because, like I said, there's people who look just like us that are running everything, but they're not us. So when you start, I don't know if you guys get into the Bible and they start talking about the Elohim and all this stuff, these are the Anunnaki. See, when people start talking about Jesus and how Jesus was born from a virgin mother and all this stuff, Jesus had that. They say he had the Anunnaki blood, but it gets deeper than that because they start talking about the Draconians, and the Draconians are dark, melanated people that look just like us, but they live beneath us and they're able to do certain things. And over the years, they what's the word I want to use? They when something mutates to something different, what's the word I want to use? They just
More
became,
Evolve.
huh?
more
Evolve.
Yeah, they evolved. Now, this planet that we live on truly belongs to them. Now, the melanated people, we are the sun people. We come, we plant, we do what we do. Now, all this stuff is real. And it's funny that I'm listening to you guys' conversation because I was just having a conversation like this. You know, we throw all this stuff towards non-melanin people, and we feel like it's their fault that we are where we're at. But at the same time, it's everybody's fault because at the end of the day, we have to raise our consciousness. We know that we shouldn't eat half the foods that we eat, but we have grown accustomed to it, and we know that the stuff that we're putting in our body is poison, and the stuff is keeping us from opening our chakras. At the end of the day, the goal is to unlock your kundalini energy, and you have to unlock every chakra. If a man practices abstinence and he's not spreading his seed every which way, and he holds on to that, that will go up his spinal cord to your crown chakra, and only then will you be able to unlock your kundalini. But like I said, we live in a country to where their main export is sex. That's the main thing. Only in the United States is it illegal for a man to have more than one wife. Everything that we have been taught is a lie. And we pick and choose, we sift through what we want to take and what we want to run with. But at the end of the day, you have to look at the whole thing and see that all this stuff is BS and everybody's being played. It's not just Black America, it's white America, it's Mexicans, we're all being played because at the end of the day, there's a bigger agenda.
Well, Rob, let me stop you there real quick. I got something else to say. Okay, so let's take the color out of the situation. Like you say, we're all energy. No matter if you're black, if you're white, if you're whatever, we're all energy. So we have also been programmed to look at somebody as at face value. So, oh, you're white or you're Mexican, you're whatever. But it's not really about that. It's about their energy. And we don't read energy. We get what we see, which is bullshit. Not we don't feed off energy. And part of raising your vibration is feeling that person's energy. You'll know if they're good, if they're bad, by the energy you get from them. You know, so, oh no, you got a bad vibe, I can't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? Like nah, I'm good. You know what I mean? And it's not really about the color, but that's what this society has done to us. And it's not just America, it's in every country, it's the world. Because there's black people in France that are going through the same thing we are here in America because they're melanated. It's the whole globe, and that's what it is. It's the whole globe. The whole globe.
Yeah, I just like I said, I sit back and the more I look into all this stuff and I'm realizing that I'm just like, wow, from the words that we speak to every aspect of our life is keeping us from reaching that true point. And you would literally have to undo everything that you have grown accustomed to, from the way you dress to the way you speak, in order to be able to reach that higher realm to where, because like I said, when you hear talk, it's like, oh, the end is coming and, you know, these people are going to be damned and this people, but I feel like we're all going to be damned because none of us are doing what we're supposed to be doing. None of us are living the way that we should be living. And
the truth about that is they make it hard for us to do that, though. Some of the resources we need to live that life and to raise it, it's hard to come by. Those materials are hard to come by design. They make sure that you have to really find, you have to dig deep to find what you need to live that life and to not eat the foods we're eating and still be able to nourish our bodies. They make it real hard for that to happen.
The past 3 years have been crazy for me. And I've been really on a journey. And I've come to realize that, like, everything we need is right in front of us, but we have to just ground ourselves. It's funny because food is color coded. So like you got green foods, you got red foods, you got whatever, and each color food does something different to our body. You know, I'm to the point now to where when I look at meat, I just get disgusted. It's funny how Caucasian person can eat a steak and they feel one way, but then we eat steak and then we get what we call the itis. You know, we get tired and we're just like, oh, we get all groggy because it's not a part of our diet, you know. And when I sit back, like I was one of them people like, oh, it's white man's fault. It's this person's fault. It's that person's fault. But really, at the end of the day, we have everything we need. It's just training yourself to be like, okay, I need to get away from this and I need to back up from that. And that's when a lot of things will start happening. Like I heard you guys talking about the eye color. Like, listen, my eyes since I was a kid have been like brown or gray. Do you know my eyes are blue now? My eyes have a blue tint going around them. It just happened within the last 6 months. I'm looking in the mirror and I'm like, where the hell did this blue tint come from? Now, my dad had blue eyes, and I just now am starting to get this blue ring around my eyes. And I'm like, yo, this is crazy, you know? But then when I do my due diligence and I find out certain people in the family had blue eyes too, other than my father. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about raising that consciousness. You know, you gotta tune in more, you know, because I'm sorry, at the end of the day, like you have family, you have friends. Once it hits the fan, your family and your friends are not going to be able to save you. Um, once
That's part of that
you,
self love. That's part of that self love. If you have to live in your truth. You have to be your own worst critic before you can help anybody
right,
else. You have to knock yourself down, beat yourself up, and then put yourself back together.
and
And once you do that, can't nobody hurt your feelings.
and
Because
and and
man,
that's what it boils down to. Because even on the flip side of that, once your soul leaves your body, it don't matter if Billy Joe was your mother or John
right,
Smith was your father. None of that stuff matters.
it's a host
What
family.
matters is what you've done and how you. Because it's one thing my mom used to tell me, right? If she said you're a gift, okay, it's my job to teach you right from wrong. So if I don't teach you right from wrong, how can you truly be held accountable for anything that you've done if I didn't do my job as a mother? But if I've
True.
done my job as a mother, then it ain't gonna fall back on me. It's gonna fall back on you. We are
Because you
in
know
that
what?
age now where information is right in our fingertips. You know what I'm saying? And
Right there.
that's why they're trying to get rid of certain platforms because stuff is coming to a head and people are
Exactly.
waking up faster than what they wanted people to wake up,
Yep.
you know? And it's like, why it's there, take the time, you know, instead of watching a football game or a basketball game, you know, read into more of this stuff, learn your different chakras, learn about the different frequencies and learn about, you know, Enlil and all these different gods who came here. Learn why they call America Tamerica and what the true meaning of the Tamerica
Turtle
is.
Island.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, learn that stuff because
But see,
that's the stuff that they've hid from us.
Rob, but you're telling us that, and then hopefully there's people listening that are getting this knowledge too. But at the same time, how do we as a collective reach the masses and have everybody on the same page so we can make a difference and not be the oppressed, and we not have PTSD, not have to live the way we're living because this is too much. It's too much. It's too much.
I think you. I mean, I hear you because even like I said, you know, past 3 years, I'm taking all this in, and my brain is in overload. But the more that you look into it, you got to take a little bit at a time, and then you digest that, and then once you digest that, you're gonna develop that hunger for more. And then once you start seeing, oh yeah, that's a lie. Hold up, so this got to be a lie. But a lot of it, honestly, is just common sense. Because if
Right.
you most blacks were brought up with some form of religion, right? Now it's like I was telling my homegirl today. We were talking, like I said, we were having a conversation about this. And I said, we all know, I said, we've all heard the story of Lucifer, right? The fallen angel, da 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 da. I said, we know when Lucifer came to earth that other angels came with him. I said, we know this, right? I said, so that for right there, we know the fallen angels were the Nephilims, the giants. I said, there's proof that the giants existed. I said, there's proof. I said, you see the remains, you see all this stuff, da 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 da. I said, so if that little bit right there is true, I said, why wouldn't you think the other stuff is true? I said, you have tribes that are from different cultures. Why is it, and what is it, Russia, I think it is? They call it the Yeti, but United States, they call them Sasquatch. How come all these different places can tell you a story about the hairy man that lives in the woods? How come all these different places can tell you about the 15-foot tall, red haired dude that has a spear that is 15 feet tall? I'm like, you don't think all this stuff is real? I said, think about it. You have to make sense of it. But we've been taught that, oh, this is all nonfiction or whatever, whatever. But you truly in your mind think that somebody sat back and was like, hey, I'm going to draw a picture of a man that has a horse body but's half man. Man, the average person, come on, man. I'm like, listen, all that stuff comes from somewhere. All that stuff comes from somewhere. And yes, you got to take everything with a grain of salt, but 9 times out of 10, it's got some truth to it. But it's your job to do the research and find out what the truth is. Because, like I said, it's going to be a lot to take in. But once you start that journey, it's fascinating. It's so fascinating. And I'm only saying this because, like I said, I know where I was and I know where I'm at now. And I had to find my peace. I had to find my inner peace. And I found my inner peace and I protect it. I watch my surroundings. I know how important the energy is. And this is something like they've always said, once you experience true peace, you protect it by any means. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of us don't have that peace because it's the day-to-day grind. It's the, whatever. We get caught up in family stuff. We get, just whatever. But you
But a lot
have,
of times it's the demographics too. Like sometimes, like when you live in real hoods, like real projects, it's not by choice. It's you know what I'm saying. They don't choose to do that. It's just what they have. So
right.
those are the people that really have you talking to us is like, okay, you got to do this, you got to do that. But when you try to relate that to those kind of people that have lived that life in those projects, that's all they know. They're not going to want to hear that. They're not going to want to hear that. But yet they have just as much of a right to prosper as you and I or anybody else that's up here. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we have to figure out how we can get ourselves right to the point to where we can reach out to them and show them another way so we can all become a collective and get our shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because this land is our land. It's us. This is us.
Oh
You know
yes,
what I mean?
definitely,
And we
definitely.
need to take it back. We need to take it back. It's to the point where it doesn't matter what country you live in, what it is. It's still ours. Okay. So at
The
the end of
sad
the
part
day,
about it,
at the end of the day, what we need to do is we need to reach out to people, get people together, and make a change. We have to make a change, and you can make a change within yourself. But once you change yourself, if you keep that selfish to yourself, you're not doing any. You're not helping the greater good, which is reaching other people.
like I heard y'all say earlier, y'all were talking about the numbers, right? The number 9 is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
9 is crazy. That's
It's the ultimate
that's
number.
yeah, 9, 18. There's certain certain
I don't
numbers
think
that
that's
the
it goes.
frequency, like when they talk about
36.
the 369, all these numbers are nuts, man.
Couple not
And,
intervene.
and it's like it just has me wondering about so much more. Like, do you guys listen to what's his name, Billy Carson?
No.
Do you guys know
No,
who Billy Carson is?
no.
Okay, Billy Carson, he, black gentleman, and he talks about all this stuff, man, and he starts talking about like he challenges everything, like Christianity, just everything. Like, listen, this is what we are, this is who we are. They try to feed us this and they try to feed us that, but in all actuality, this is what it really is, and whatnot.
You know
And
what's hard about that though, because I have listened to different people that have their own perspective or what they've learned on where we come from and who we are and this and that. And a lot of times, some of the stuff is on the same point, but sometimes it's off. So it's
mhm.
hard to really say like what it is and where we. That's the thing. They erased everything from us, so we really have to like sift through the weeds to find out our real truth. And that's a motherfucker. I mean, for real, because you have some people saying, okay, we got the Shabaka stone, we came from the cosmos, or this and that. Some people are like, no, we came from the Anunnaki. Some people are like, no, we didn't. We came from, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Oh, you talking about?
go ahead.
Now, see, that's the thing, right? Because what's got me tripping about this whole thing is this, right? They talk about the moon, and
The
they
who?
say the
The moon.
moon is what reincarnates us back here. So when we pass on, when you go into the light, they say that light is the moon, and the moon is a machine that has been created by the Draconians. To They say more like Earth is like like we're imprisoned here. You know what I'm saying? And they say like the political people, musicians, people who these other entities could not control put us here as our prison, and they created the moon. So when we pass, our soul leaves the body, it goes to the moon, it zaps us,
Yeah.
erases our memory, and throws us
Yep.
back down here.
Okay.
Okay.
Reincarnation.
And I'm like, wow, that's kind of crazy. But in a whole nother sense, it makes sense, because it's like, why is the baby born crying? Because they say when you're born understanding the spiritual side of things. So why do we get the deja vu? We feel like, yo, I've done this before, because 9 times out of 10, you probably have, you know?
I absolutely have. I absolutely have. I absolutely have. That's why this half this stuff doesn't shock me. I don't get all worked up about, oh, this is gonna happen. I'm like, uh-huh. Okay. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever reason I have to keep coming back, I didn't get it, but I know I've done this all before. I've done it before. It's nothing new. It's nothing new. I'm just tired now. So whatever I didn't do before, I need to do now because I'm tired. I'm tired. Really, I am.
But I really got on here because I just wanted to say that little bit, but I really had something that I wanted to ask your guys' opinion on, but I have to be kind of okay. All right. Y'all know what's going on entertainment wise, whether it's with P. Diddy, all that stuff and all that, Beyonce, Jay-Z. I was sitting back, and like I said, maybe I'm putting too much on this, but they raided Puffy's house. They said that they got him for like allegedly got him for the illegal guns, drugs, and all this stuff. So I was sitting back and I was thinking about this. Now I've listened to Jay-Z, I've listened to all of them, and they're saying how like the Jaguar Wright is saying allegedly she thinks Jay-Z is trying to set up Puffy. So I'm sitting back and I'm listening to this Jay-Z song, and in the song Jay-Z says, I be the music business number one supplier. And I'm like, why would he say that? Is he talking about music, or is he really talking about being in the game? And for
Both.
some odd reason, it just had a ring to me, and I'm just like, hold up. So I start going back through and I'm listening to his songs, and then he's talking about how he parked almost like 212 pounds of work in front of a house when he was back in the day. And I'm hearing this dude doing all this drug talk. And I'm like, what if all this stuff with them is really the front and that's what they're doing? What
Yeah,
if
it's a fact. They all
Jay-Z,
started out doing that. They all started out doing that. That's the whole fact. Like
but what if that's what they're still doing? And they're
yeah, absolutely.
using the music thing as a front. So when he says, I'm the number one supplier in the music biz, they now the stuff that was happening. I know Quet knows what I'm talking about with the Epstein thing when they were giving them that certain drug. Epstein's gone.
Adrenochrome trafficking. They're talking about trafficking. They're talking about child
Right.
trafficking. They're talking about adrenochrome. They're talking about drugs. They're talking about all of that because they are the poison. They are the poison to our society. They are placed here. They're placed here to damage us more because we worship these fucking people. We are fans. We're fanatics. Why?
Not.
That's why we get out of that bullshit. We got to get out of that bullshit because that's detrimental. That's detrimental to who we are as people. Detrimental.
Slim,
Yeah.
you got something you want to say?
Shoot, I was listening to old boy talking, but I done got so thrown off now because I'm trying to understand what he's saying. Like, because I wanted to bring up the Christianity.
Yeah, go ahead.
Being a Christian.
Go back on. He just got off track for a minute. He just asked the question, but go ahead. Go back to that. You go ahead and talk about it.
Like, let's say, like, when we came here from the slave ships, right? Do anybody know what our first religion was?
We didn't
They
have
were
a religion.
Muslim.
We don't know because they took all that from us and lied to us and told us it was this, that, and the third. We have no idea.
They didn't take it from us. They just hid it from us.
Yeah. Well,
When they came over on the slave ships, what they would do, I know with a lot of them, what they would do is they would put the mask on them with the razors in the mouth. So if they tried to utter any type of whatever, it would cut their tongues, and it was their way of muting them to keep them silent, so they would forget, whatever.
Okay, but let me ask a question. So they say that they came over in slave ships, but at the end of the day, do we have any artifacts of these ships? Do they have anything showing like, hey, this is a ship from the slaves? Do they have any of these? I mean, because they got artifacts back from the colonial times when they were shooting stuff out of cannons, but I had not seen that one plank of wood from a slave ship. Have you?
They don't have it.
And I still ain't seen the first man found in Africa either.
Okay. So, therefore, we were not from Africa. We didn't come over in ships. We are from here. We are from here.
All I know is my grandmother was Blackfoot Indian, my grandfather was Cherokee Indian, and my other grandmother was Creek Indian. That's what I know.
Okay.
I don't hear nothing about Africa.
You say what?
I don't hear nothing about Africa.
But we got our own race, right?
Right. But what is it? You know what I mean? Like, what is it?
It's not black.
It's not no African American.
No, it's not. I want to check the other box. You say, are you Hispanic? Are you black? Are you African? They have that box says other. I just check other.
Yeah, but if that's the case, like even with that, like
that ain't
if we were already here and they say the United States was known as
hold up, Rob. Hold up. What'd you say, Slim?
Oh, okay. What I was saying about that is, all white people look at us as the same. It's just 1% black. You just black.
The CIA labels us as extraterrestrials.
Slim. I just seen the whole white woman take this to her grave that she lied to her whole family that she's a white woman, but she wasn't because she was black.
Yep, I seen it.
Yeah,
I seen it.
See what I'm saying?
That's okay. You take the NAACP, right? The whole time, who was that up there?
Well, for us, that shit ain't for us.
It was a white woman the whole time.
Yeah. Same thing as Black Lives Matter. George Soros back that up. George Soros, a white man. Like that's not Black Lives Matter is not for us either. Stop playing. Stop playing on our tops now. Because listen, what irritates me the most are our black people that fall right into the line of that. That needs to fall right into suit, just like good little sheep. Like, stop.
Right,
Stop.
right.
Question something.
So
Question the authority. Question it. Just ask that one question.
yes, see, a lot of folks don't know is like you got to ask questions, but you got to stand on what you ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just
They really
can't.
want to
Somebody
know.
just can't say something, and you just okay.
Yeah, we get so lazy that we just want to follow the leader, and then get mad when it's like, oh, that's not true. Well, you believed it.
Okay,
You didn't do no research.
And I know a lot of folks don't agree with me with this right here. When I say that would be like, what about Martin Luther King? I say, what about it? What did he do?
Let us the
Marched down the
failure.
street.
Show
He
me
marched down
one
the street
picture.
like we
Show
marched
me
down the
one
street.
picture. Show me one picture where a dog was biting him, or he got a black eye, or he got something happen to him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't
Right.
got
They
it.
just chose him to lead
Mm-hmm.
Christian people, black people, which they say since Cain killed Abel, that's why black people were cursed. Let me know when I'm lying.
You know,
Okay.
that's where the word cannibal came from. That's where the word cannibal came from, because Cain ate Abel.
Yes.
So how
Yep.
they know Cain killed
Okay.
Abel?
Okay. So in his
You really
last
don't.
speech, a lot of folks don't really know. You know, he said, I feel like I led my people to a burning building, which he was saying is like, I should have never did that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was his dream. That was his dream.
That was his.
He let everybody know, I have a dream. Not we have a dream. I have a dream for us, but I have a dream.
Yes. See, that's why I mess with y'all for real, man. I like y'all for real.
You gotta dig deeper. Sometimes people just so surface. They're so surface, and when you live on the surface, that's all you're gonna be is a surface. You dig deeper, because once you dig deeper and you start traveling down that rabbit hole, baby. What?
You get deep.
Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, man. Go.
At least in Malcolm X, we had, you know, he protected his brothers and sisters.
Who's that?
Malcolm
Malcolm
X.
X.
Oh yeah.
Well, Martin Luther King, even if you watch the movie, the president was telling him, hey, you need to do this. You need to tell your people to calm down.
But even then, that's where they created a divide with black people then too, because it's like, well, Martin Luther King is being peaceful and Malcolm X is so militant and he's about any means necessary. They created the divide right there. That's a divide right there between our people.
Shoot first.
But you know what though? Black folks have been fighting since they've been here. One thing that I don't hear a lot of people talk about is the Gullah Geechee people and what they did down in Florida, because you know they were the runaway slaves.
Yeah, I think
they were the runaway slaves.
They have their own language. That's a fact. They have. When I live in South Carolina, I met some Gullah Geechee people, and they speak
Gullah
Geechee.
Right?
Them Gullah Geechee was given what was it, Andrew Jackson? Is that his name? They was giving him hell.
They
was giving him hell.
They're still black, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They have like it's almost like a Jamaican accent, but it's something else. Like they have their own language.
They're like African.
Every like when you look at Cubans, right? You get a light-skinned Cuban, a white-looking Cuban, and a black Cuban. Like,
yeah. Because everybody comes from they're all melanated, they're all black. That's the whole thing. You just sometimes lose it. It all starts with
take over everything.
Yeah, you could put the chocolate in the milk, but you can't take what's in the milk. You can't take it out. You can't. It's just not coming out.
You might can lighten it up a little bit.
You want to. Yeah, you can add more milk, but the chocolate's still there. It's still there.
It's gonna be there.
Yeah, it ain't going nowhere.
But my whole point was like, I just don't understand, like, as a people, why we just can't understand each other. Why, when we talk about a certain thing, because you're not educated on it, we got to sit here and fuss and cuss each other out.
Because it's easier for some people to just go and live on the surface. It's easier for them to live on the surface rather than to have to sit there and dig deep, because sometimes when people dig deep, it really hurts their spirit because they really feel violated, which is going to happen. Anybody, I'm sure all of us have felt violated, like, damn. But at the end of the day, that's part of the blessing of being woke, is that violation, because we were lied to, we were manipulated, we went through all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't want to deal with that. It's be too heartbreaking for them. So that's why they'd rather argue and believe the lie than actually know the truth. Because the one thing about a good lie, it makes the truth unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So
I feel like a lot of us just weren't taught good communication skills, you know, and a lot of people just don't know how to communicate.
But I'm saying, coming from where I come from, I'm from Alabama, right?
Bama, hey, fuck around, find out.
Hey, you gonna find out the hard way.
Let's go.
They don't run nothing around here.
Let's go.
But it just crazy on how we, like, it took me till I was about 28 to start understanding, but I had to sit down for a minute though.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start reading and understanding, like even in the Bible, it said, read for yourself so you can get your own understanding.
Right.
So that's what I started doing. So I started doing, I go back to my history. I go back to everything. I read everything. Everything. And most people who I talk to, they always tell me, I didn't know that. I know you didn't, because you don't read for yourself.
What they say, if you want to hide the truth, where you put it?
In the book.
In the book.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, there's a book I'm reading right now. There's a book I'm reading right now, and it's called Text. And the theory behind this book is just like text message. The theory behind this book, the story is it's the book of the elites. It's how they do things, but it doesn't have everything that they do in it. But it has a lot of what they do.
Put that in the chat for me.
The thing is, this is the thing about it though. When you get the book, you can't get it, like you can't go to Barnes and Noble and get it. When you have to order the book, and once you order it, they make a copy as you order it. I'll get the information for you on, because my mom got it for me, and she got it for me, but there's a way to do it. And my sister put my mom onto it. So it was like, okay, when I read the first 3 pages in this book, I'm like, damn. It basically told us that Earth is the devil's realm. And if you sit back and think about it, it absolutely is. This is not where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be here.
Hell on Earth, right?
It doesn't matter what country you go to, it's all the same. This is the devil's planet. It's not where we're supposed to be.
And how you say your name?
Drea.
Okay.
Can I pause you on that one?
What did you say? Hold on, Rob. Who's calling me?
Miss Dre, this can't get right.
Okay, what's up?
Let me ask Slim and Rob a question.
Okay.
Do y'all consider yourself as black?
Hell yeah.
Who?
Y'all do?
Who you talking to me? Can't get right.
I'm talking to both. I'm talking to Slim and Rob.
Like, yeah, I'm black.
So y'all both consider yourself black?
Yeah.
Why would you consider yourself as black, but you was a king before that?
Okay. Now, you want to get back into that? All right. Because I got to clear myself up to get with this.
Fact, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it goes back to what I was saying. We were kings and queens before all this, right?
That part.
So they broke it down to where we didn't know all this, right?
That part.
So when you brought up, like I say, I didn't get this knowledge till I was like 28, and I'm 40 now.
Okay.
So I had to learn I was a king.
And you was incarcerated when you found this out, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you see where I'm going.
Say, man, but you know.
I mean, I've been there too.
Yeah. So but like I say, you gotta sit down for a minute and you pay attention, you listen, you watch. You would not find a lie where it always comes to black people. And yes, we were kings, but if nobody never told you that,
I'm still a king.
You know that. You say what now?
I'm still a king. You hear me?
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, dog.
Can't get right. When did you realize you were a king though? Like what he's saying is like growing up, you didn't know you was a king unless, you know what I'm saying, you had conscious parents that were like, yo, you know what I'm saying? But not most of us didn't.
No,
So
no.
at some point you had to figure
I
that out.
realized I was a king, just like he said, being incarcerated. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Getting that time to sit down and reflect on who you is
Mm-hmm.
and read. Read, man, say, when you pick up that book and you read, it gives you more knowledge than the person that's sitting standing in front of you talking.
Yeah.
Facts.
And when I realized that I was a king and God told me I was a king and he showed me I was a king, ain't no way in the world I call myself black.
I get what you're saying, bro. I get what you're
And
saying,
what
but this is what I like
Slim,
about it. We all got our own opinion, and we can sit here and talk about it.
Right. Right. You don't argue, bicker, or whatever. You talk
no,
about
Yeah.
it.
no.
That's what it's supposed to be.
See, when you consider yourself as black, they gonna treat you like that. But
Okay.
when you consider yourself as a king and you know you're a king, they gonna respect you to the fullest. And these facts.
You know what? Black is be lack. Just like bless is to be less. They
That
played
part.
us with words. They played us with
I get that.
words.
I get that. And I understand what he's saying, though. For real. I do. I understand what he's saying.
Cause you can't call yourself a king and don't carry yourself like one.
Well, I
I'm
don't
in
know if
you in
I said
you in
I was a
Alabama.
king or not, but I raised my two kids different because I raised them with the knowledge I didn't have. But I let them know they ain't got to bow down to nobody.
That
Yo,
part.
can't get right. Can't get
Yes.
right. Why don't you let
Yes.
the parent know how many babies you got? Let them know.
I
Let
got
them know.
32, huh?
You got three. I got two.
Yeah, he
No, I
got
have
32.
32.
What? What?
32.
Boy, you got a
He
whole
beat my
nation.
father. I thought my father
Yes.
had some
I have
babies, but
32
man,
beautiful, beautiful kids. You hear me?
That what's
My
up.
oldest stay 30. My youngest is 2. I got 2 2-year-olds. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
okay.
got 17 baby mamas. I ain't gonna say baby mama. I got 17 women that had children by me. 15 of them don't have no other kids besides the ones they got by me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
said he got 17 baby mamas.
Yes.
he has 32 kids. Now I come. My dad has 25 kids. I was like, that man was busy. But
I
when you
was
said
just
you
gonna
had 32,
say.
I said,
I was just
whoa,
gonna say, what's wrong with that?
There's
ain't
nothing wrong
nothing
with
wrong
that.
with it.
God
Oh,
gave
okay.
them
Ain't
to
nothing
me.
wrong with it.
Facts. No,
Ain't
what I
nothing
was
wrong with it.
saying is like that's what you're supposed to do. Reproduce.
Yep. Spread that seed, because that's how you keep your legacy. That's how you keep you. That's how you keep it alive. For real, for real.
But the crazy part about that is 29 of them is girls.
I know, but man, I got a girl too, man.
That's all right though, because truth be told, yes, the man fertilizes the egg, but the egg comes from the female. So let's really talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
No,
you
this is
having
gonna
them
be a
girls is
whole
where the
different night.
reproductive
This
really
is gonna
gonna
be a
come in
whole
because they
different night,
carry
though.
them babies.
She's starting a whole different conversation.
Yo, but hey, can't get right,
Yes, sir.
man. I see you. I see you, big dog. I see you.
Okay, let me get a better understanding so y'all can understand why I call myself can't get right. I was watching the movie Life, right?
Yeah,
I seen the dude that played the dude that they say called can't get right, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm scoping out how he moving, how he acting, how he played the white man is to get out of prison. You get what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I thought about like that's genius
Hmm.
because like I just told the women before you came up here, I have Caucasian males, I have Arabs, I have Chinese motherfuckers coming to me for advice, business advice. I don't get them what I know. I get them what they want to hear. In the process, my household is protected.
Right.
I'm in
Hmm.
a dominant Caucasian community. To get in my neighborhood, you got to go through 3 armed security guards, man. And you talking to a brother that used to stay in the projects with rats and roaches. You feel me? That seen that been traumatized, that got that PTSD down pat. But that's not who I am.
Right.
That's not. So when I came up with that name, Can't Get Right, that's for the internet. Let them understand, look, y'all not understanding. I'm picking and choosing these people that's on y'all panels, and they got my number. They call me when they not on the internet, and they tell me their story, and I'm there for them.
Right.
While y'all up there calling them and talking about their kids and their dead ones and loved ones and stuff, they call me on the back end, and I'm praying for them and talking to them and letting them know, look, man, no, don't do that. You never let no one control who you is.
Never.
No one and nothing. No one and nothing.
The internet is for entertainment. That's it. That's not your life. Because once you log out, your life is when is there it go all over.
That's
Yep.
right.
It was
Because
all
people
pause
that
for
I
a
talk to,
second. Now
I let
it
them
is
know for
everything.
TOP. I don't believe in that race stuff. What I believe in is the things that I see. And I see that we are not the only human beings on this earth.
Nope.
These white people talking about aliens. I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen some things that I know they don't supposed to be here.
Me too. Me too. All the
I
time.
see
I'm
them
like, you
every
ain't
day.
human. I do. I look them dead in the eye. They look at me and I'm like, I know. We have a whole conversation without saying a word. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go my way, you go your way. But I already know. I know, and I know you know. I know too. Shit, sure thing. I see them all the time. I'm like, you are not human. Bullshit.
So that's why I let my brothers know and my sisters know. Fuck the racism shit. Think about where you gonna go when you leave this motherfucker, man.
All that color ain't gonna matter. We're all energy anyway.
It's not.
Oh, you got blue energy. Oh, you got pink energy. What are you talking about?
All right.
Nah. It ain't like that.
I'm gonna go ahead and speak. Can't Get Right, right?
Yes, sir.
You say fuck that racism.
Say that again.
You said fuck the racism, right?
Yeah, I don't believe in
Okay.
it.
Oh, all right. Well, you got kids, right?
Of course.
Okay. So I'm just assuming they all black or
Yep.
mixed or
Every last one of them.
all right. Okay. So you think when you send them to school, they don't have like people judging them just because they black kids?
No, my kids don't pay that. Look, my kids don't pay that little mind, bro. You hear me? Cause they know
Bro,
who they are.
okay.
Same thing.
Like seriously, like I teach them to learn that when you got someone that call you out your name, that's not your name. Why would you even feel some type of way?
Facts. I taught my son and my daughter the same thing.
They get
Hurt
more
people,
mad
hurt
when you
people.
don't indulge in it than when you do indulge in it.
It's hurt people, hurt people. They saying that because they don't like themselves, so they got to try to make you feel bad to be on their
Okay.
level.
Okay, can't get right.
Yes, sir.
If a white dude call you a nigga right now,
Hmm.
I'm gonna
and
call him
call
one
you
back.
a nigga in your face,
I'm gonna call him one back.
that's it.
That's it.
See, I'm trying to get on that type of time.
Like
Hold up,
Rob said,
hold up.
when you give them frequencies out to the universe, it comes back, bro. So if I
Get
give
what you're
negative
saying,
energy
bro.
out to the universe, negative energy gonna come back. Because I got to understand, if I react how he want me to react, I'ma lose. He gonna win.
Yep, you
Facts.
gave them power. You gave them
Okay,
power.
okay,
Yep.
okay. Hold on. Yeah, I understand that. I understand it, bro. And I ain't trying to interrupt you, but I'm saying, all this, the Ben Crump coming to everybody that he think he can get some money from, right? And he gonna represent the family. And I don't like, man, forget that having prayers and holding hands outside. They've been doing that so long, man. That's crazy, though. No, I'm on that Malcolm X.
Hmm.
You live by the gun, you die by it.
We've been marching forever too. We've been marching forever, and you still ain't done shit.
Yeah, they ain't
Slim,
done shit.
Mm.
I've been on Malcolm X since I was born, bro. You hear me?
Yeah, I feel.
Love me some Malcolm X.
Just because I preach with you don't mean I won't smoke you. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
But that's the whole thing. I have to understand. I'm in Texas.
Oh, you
I have to
Texas?
understand how this state works.
Yeah.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Just like when I go to Mississippi or Chicago or California, I have to know how that state works, so how I can give that the energy that they're not looking for.
Because every state has different laws and
Yeah.
stuff. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I
But go
moved
ahead and
I
preach,
moved
big
from New
dog.
York.
Preach.
I
Preach.
moved down to
That's
Texas
just
from New York.
facts. I tell
And
people
the
all the
way,
time, I didn't reach 45 for nothing.
yeah,
I'm
like when I
thankful to
moved,
reach 45 because I had 1,000 people swear to God I was gonna be dead for 18.
Yeah. The same
But
here
not
too.
knowing that I ended up going to prison at the age of 15.
Mm-mm.
Like make it make sense. I knew I was
yeah,
different in my city because I had people that were so-called killers
Yeah.
coming to me for advice. They don't go together.
No.
Huh.
Facts. Go ahead, big dog. Go
If
ahead.
I tell them my story, they probably think I'm crazy.
I wouldn't.
They
Trust
probably
me, I
think I'm
wouldn't.
crazy.
Trust me,
I'm a,
Rob.
I'm,
I've
I'm
been
a,
around so many people in the United States, and I'm
listen.
telling you, it's so many brothers out here, man, that I tell them off the TOP, look, you're not black, you a king, man. You know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm
keep
saying?
it.
I
I'm gonna
feel
keep it
that
all
though.
the way
I
100
feel
with
that
you.
though, dog. And see,
Your past
that's why
don't
I
define
say
who you is.
I'm gonna keep it all the way 100
that's
with
why I
you.
say we need to talk a little more. Cause I like what you just said. We're not black. We we kings though. I like that.
I
That-
I don't have a racist bone in my body,
I do.
but growing up for me was different. See, in the town I'm from, there's more
mm-hmm,
whites than there are blacks,
facts.
and the white dudes showed me more love than what the
Mm-hmm,
black dudes did. The black
facts.
dudes was out here doing off the wall crazy stuff that the white boys weren't doing. Now, yeah, I had to deal with some racist stuff, but at the end of the day, the white boys showed me way more love than my own people did. And at the end of the day, I ain't get in trouble with the law until I was 21. And even right now, I was 13 when my dad died. When my dad died, I knew the struggles that I was gonna be up against. I ran in the streets. My boys, like I said, we sold mad. We was doing everything. But I knew if I did this, I knew what I had to go home to answer to. And I didn't want those issues. So at the end of the day, I did what I did, but I did it on a smooth tip. And if I see my people doing something and I knew, okay, this is going to cause this, and I know I got to go home and answer the mom dukes, I'd rather not deal with that. And listen, I forgot I got to go grocery shopping with my mama, and I would alleviate myself from the situation. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I feel like a lot of people use where they're from as okay, well, I did this because of this. But the one thing that we all have is free will. You have a choice at the end of the day. You don't have to follow suit. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to follow suit. And may my mother rest in peace. The one thing my mother always put on me and my sister was religion. She always put religion on us. And she's like, listen, you represent me. You represent your father. You represent your grandfather. My grandfather was a hell of a man. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather was what? Almost 80 something years old when he passed away. Never went to jail a day in his life. My dad was 52, never went to jail a day in his life. So I was striving for that. At the end of the day, I don't care if you knee deep in the hood. I don't care if you grew up in the suburbs. Everybody has a choice on what they want to do. And like I said, my crew, they ran the whole tri-state area. We was doing off the wall shit. But at the end of the day, I knew, okay, if I do this, I got to deal with moms, and I'm not. No. I would rather deal with the police than deal with my moms. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I'm not
So
going home
basically,
and
you
have to
saying that
answer
you
to
scared
her.
of your mama. You scared of your mama more than the
Mhm.
police.
Hell
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Facts.
A black
Hell yeah.
woman, right?
Hell yeah.
So
hell yeah.
why would you allow racism to even affect you when it's not even racism. It's just some goddamn me how to pronounce that shit all. They used to call us ignorant. That's what it
Mm-hmm.
is.
Mm-hmm. It's
So if
ignorance,
a
it's
black
jealousy, it's self-hatred, it's all that.
if a
Yeah.
king is scared of his queen, but he not scared, but he's scared of the queen, but not the police.
Facts.
Listen, I get pulled over by the police all the time, and I cuss these motherfuckers out. The reason
Where
I
you from,
do it,
Rob?
Kentucky too.
I'm in New York. The reason I do it, and this is why I'm able to do this, and I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you. I don't have a foot in the street. I'm not doing nothing I'm not supposed to be doing. My license is legit. I
You still
live,
black
I,
though,
I
right?
live, I live the family life. You know what I'm saying?
You black
And if
though, right?
yeah, I'm black. And
Okay.
when I'm driving in my car and I'm minding my business and I'm just going for a ride listening to my music, and I know they got the city divided up. There's red zone. So if I'm in the red zone, these white police officers are thinking, oh, I got one. So they're pulling me over, and I'm looking at these officers like, yo, why are you wasting my time? You're wasting my time and you're wasting your time. The last time I got pulled over by the police, you know what I'm saying? It's because I turned off one street and the next street was right there. And I didn't have enough time to signal. And he gave me a ticket for it. I literally cussed this cop out. Every time they pull me over, I cuss them out. It's to the point now where they don't even bother me no more because I tell them about themselves. I'm like, listen, you can search my car, you can do whatever you want. What we're not going to do is have you wasting my time and your time. Most people that I've seen that when they get pulled over by the police, they riding dirty, their license is messed up. See, I don't live that type of life. So at the end of the day, everything I do is legit. So I'm gonna talk my shit. I'm gonna talk my shit. You don't like it, and so what? You know what I'm
Okay,
saying? I
hold
got
on,
the
hold
right.
on, hold on. Let me intervene real quick because I'm gonna keep it a whole buck too. I'm from the same place Rob's from. Rob is actually my first cousin. My father and his mother are brother and sister. Okay,
Okay.
so we come from the same area, but the difference about that is it's a real small town south of Buffalo, New York, and the police you won't have police brutality there. That would cause so much shit that they wouldn't even know what to do. There would not be police brutality there. There would not be a police shooting there. A police officer will not shoot, even if you're black. They will not shoot you. I promise you, they won't shoot you. And if they do, it's because they came from a bigger city and came to that small ass city and thought that they was doing something and got scared because they're in the city and that's what they're used to. But usually you don't have stuff like that's never happened since I can remember. There's never been a police shooting where a cop has shot somebody like you see in bigger cities, like you see in Dallas, you see in Houston, you see in Alabama, you see in San Antonio. You don't see that shit there. So when you get out of that small city and get to bigger cities, that's when you start getting scared because you ain't gonna argue with these motherfuckers because they will beat your ass and shoot you. They will shoot you. They will fucking shoot you. So that's the difference. Because when I was back home, I'd argue with them too. I'd be like, nah, hell nah. I told y'all a story about how I got pulled over. The supervisor was like, not that one, for a good reason. Because it's small. My family had a good name there, so they wasn't trying to
Yeah.
fuck with me. But you get here, you can't do that kind of shit here. Hell no. Fuck no.
Now,
No, baby.
now, see, I ain't never
I think
experienced
that's what
nothing like that.
I'm glad y'all brought that up. So this for everybody that's on the panel. What do y'all think about the Sonya Massey situation?
Some bullshit.
Oh, that was bullshit right
That's some
there.
bullshit.
Yeah, that was it was
Some
agenda
bullshit.
behind that. There was a whole agenda behind it.
That motherfucking cop need a slow death right there. Slow death.
The
that
the
thing
bigger
can't
the
get
Do,
right.
bigger
do, do y'all
the
really know
bigger
the
picture
real reason
behind
why he
that.
did that?
They
Watch
said
it.
something about his girlfriend and her had beef, and I think it was something like his girlfriend ended up getting fired or something. I heard something like that. I don't even
No,
know.
I think
no.
it has to do with
Sonya
his
Massey went to
sorority.
the hospital earlier that day. His wife and her had words. Sonya Massey
Mhm.
left the hospital. She called her husband and told her husband where she was at.
Mhm.
So when Sonya Massey called the 911, he was the one that was outside making this noise,
Fucking up her car, breaking her windows.
breaking her windows out. He was the one doing
Mhm.
this because if you look at
Yep.
the body camera that his partner had on, he's coming 3 houses down
Yep.
from where she lived at.
Mhm.
What triggered him was when she said clear as day, I rebuke you in the name of of in Jesus because she seen the evil in this man as soon as she opened up the door.
She said, you're not gonna hurt me, are you? Please don't hurt me. She said that. She said that. Whoa.
Directly to him.
Yep. And I think the Most High for his partner having his camera on, because if he didn't, it would be a whole nother scenario. It'd be a whole nother scenario.
Oh yeah.
I need y'all to go back and watch the video of when he got incarcerated.
I know.
When he
I already seen it.
You seen it? Seen the previous they gave this man?
Yes.
Oh yeah, walking in out of his cell, sitting there chilling.
Dude. And can't get right.
Yes,
you
sir.
already know that don't. For us, it don't happen like that.
I say it like this. I can't say it for everybody, but yes, I have experienced that. I have experienced where there's no bragging, but I took lives because lives were trying to take mine. I didn't see one day in jail. Even though they say I'm a convicted felon, don't supposed to have a firearm, but still, I went by the laws like Rob said. Hey, everything is legit. If the gun in my name, how can y'all convict me or even give me a case and say I'm a felon possession of a firearm if the gun is in my name?
Yeah.
That all depends on the state, because you do that here in Texas, it's entrapment. They do that shit purposely.
I'm in Texas. I'm in Fort Worth.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
I was told when I moved here, because I'm a convicted felon. So when I moved here, like, nah, don't do that. Don't get one in your name, because that's how they entrap you. Because it's like they say, you have free will, but you know right from wrong, and you know you're a felon, so you know you shouldn't have a gun. Even though they sell it to you, you know you shouldn't take it. But because you took it, now you're going to jail.
Let me ask y'all this right here.
Yes.
In Texas, right? Y'all got to carry the what they call it?
Would that be like double jeopardy?
Yeah. So
that's double jeopardy. You hear me?
Yeah, because I often ask if you're a felon and you got a gun. So what then?
See, this is what I'm getting at. I committed adult crime at the age of 15. I shot somebody in the face. He didn't die. They gave me 4 years. I did that time. Got out 24 hours later. The same dude that I shot, I ended up killing because he tried to kill me. They didn't charge me with the murder because it was double jeopardy. They didn't even charge me with a possession of a firearm or being a felon either. So by them not doing that, why are they trying to do it now?
Because in that case, we do have stand your ground too. But you have a gun, so you gotta defend yourself. You're gonna be a sitting duck because I'm a felon, I can't defend myself. No, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Because you have a right to stand your ground too, whether you're a convicted felon or not. You're not in jail. You're not incarcerated. You have a right to defend yourself.
I can send y'all the news footage of the situation I was in last year, to where I'm in some apartment complex where a man lost his life. I know him. He from Louisiana. Man had 9 kids. I call him a good friend of mine, okay? Yes, I kept a gun because I'm in Texas. I don't trust nobody.
Everybody got a gun in Texas.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we just got that law.
I'm in a situation where this is a one way in, one way out situation. I did what I had to do. Yes, I shot them. They didn't die, but still, it's kids out here, man.
Mm-hmm.
And not just like I told the detectives. I don't care what y'all trying to say. I'm protecting these kids, man.
But at the same time, we was talking about Sonya Massey. Didn't she have a right to protect herself in her home? If that cop felt threatened by that water, he could have left her house. That
cop didn't have no reason to go in our house.
No, he didn't. He kept egging her on. He kept baiting her. Like, how you feeling? You been taking your meds? You doing all right? You need anything? He was done with the conversation when she went to shut her door. He then started up a whole nother conversation. Well, let me see your ID to get back into that woman's house to kill her.
How about the dude that shot up? I ain't gonna say it was Buffalo, but you know the Buffalo shooting happened too. But the one
the supermarket
that went and took him to Burger King. That took him to Burger King to get something to eat before he went to jail.
They did the same thing with that dude shot that church in South Carolina. Took him, gave him something to eat, put him in a bulletproof vest, treated him like a royalty. Sure did.
Hey, Hey y'all, I just had to pop up, man. I enjoy y'all conversation, man. I'm about to come back. I hope y'all subscribe to me, man, because we're gonna get on some real stuff, man. I enjoy y'all for real, man. And can't get
No,
right, salute, man.
doubt,
Salute,
no
brother.
doubt,
Because I
no doubt.
like
Salute.
everybody else's opinion, for real.
That's
That's
what's
what's
up.
up.
I already subscribed to your channel.
Make sure you got
Oh,
the
okay.
notification on.
Ju-Quetta
I'm already
going on
on
her
it.
3 hour mark. You hear me?
Yeah, yeah,
Is
that's
it
why we're
really?
gonna wrap it up and we'll see what we
Oh,
got.
hell, okay.
Everybody who got a final thought, and we're gonna probably go back live tomorrow.
Yeah, but
This is
hey,
what it is.
hey, hey, man. Like this a good thing when you can spread knowledge around. If
Yep.
it might have been something that I didn't know about, right? And somebody might have said something, and it just caught my attention.
Yep.
Right.
Give
I
you stuff
love
to
this
look
shit right
into.
here, man. Salute to
Give
y'all,
you
man.
Iron
stuff
sharpens
to look
iron, brother.
into.
Salute. Can't get right. You got any final remarks?
Nah, I'm just appreciate everybody that's on the panel, man. Salute to all y'all, man. All thing I
You
can say
can't
is,
get right.
man,
You got
yes,
you got
ma'am.
you got a channel?
Nah, I don't need a channel.
Right, you got your facts. You all over the streets. You out in the streets. You in YouTube streets for real. That's a fact. It's a fact. All right. Bet.
Yeah,
You got
I'm all
Instagram
over.
or something?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Well, put your stuff in the back chat. That way I can reach out to you.
Yeah,
Cause
I'm gonna let you do
you
that.
ain't but 3 hours away.
Cause I'm gonna need you to do that anyway. Cause I need to. I told you I'm gonna hit my boy up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the interviews. And, you know what I'm saying, for him to hit the panel.
Right.
Chop it up with y'all. You know what I'm saying?
And I gotta get you
That's
that
what's up.
information about that book, that textbook. That book is something else, boy.
I
What?
got you.
Whew. Yeah, so go ahead and put
I
that in the
got
back chat and I'll hit you up. I got you.
you.
All right,
Okay, I
sir.
got you.
All right,
All
King.
right.
Have a good night.
Salute. Good
Salute.
night to y'all too. Salute.
Salute. Salute.
Big Rob. Big Rob.
Yeah, I think y'all are on to something.
You damn right. This is why we said we need you to do some
We
beats,
want
man.
you to be a
So we can do
part.
that intro.
We want you to be a part.
Yeah, we need you to give us some beats though, so we can do that intro. But she already got pulled
Man,
for using other people's music. She first day she went live, they said, "Oh well, you got a strike because you copyright strike."
I had did some joints for y'all a while ago, but I lost everything in the fire.
Oh, okay. You don't got nothing. You lost everything. You ain't got nothing.
Man, I lost everything from the rooter to the tutor. I just got all my stuff back. They finally tore the house down. They about to start rebuilding. You
All
know.
right. Well, when you get it together, you. I know how to contact you. You know how to contact me. It is
No,
what it is.
I got stuff now. Y'all just gotta tell me what you want. I can go cook
Well,
something up right
well,
now.
we'll get off this panel, and I'll hit you back up. We'll do some things.
All right, but
All right.
yeah, keep doing this. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
y'all hit the y'all.
Yeah.
What? I'm
It's
about to
about to be a thing.
share this with
Let's
mad
go.
people.
Let's
For real,
go.
for real. Let's go. Let's go. We about to do it. Let's go.
All right,
All right. I'll hit you up.
holla at y'all.
All right.
Thank-
Salute. Salute, Mr. Quetta. Once again, it was a wonderful live. Wonderful, wonderful live. I enjoyed myself.
Most definitely.
Thank you so much for letting me come talk on your panel.
No doubt, no doubt.
Right. Have a good evening, man.
You do the same. Take care.
Yes,
Be
ma'am.
blessed. And each one teach one. It's show time. It's our time. Everybody don't know everything, but each one can definitely teach one. And that's what we're here to do. We're not here to stretch. We're not here to argue. We all have a different opinion, and we can hear everybody's opinion, and we can learn from each other. Because with unity, we are powerful. And on that note, you guys have a good night.
All pirates, yes, they rob I. Sold I to the merchant ships. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit. But my head was made strong by the to sing. These songs of freedom is all I ever have. Redemption songs, redemption songs. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing?